K-pop Demon Hunters explained by a Korean. I don't know what made me want to check this out, but I wanted to check it out. So let's see.
The movie takes place in a world of demons that steal human souls to strengthen their demon king, Kwima. But in every generation, there would be 3 fine shits, also known as the Huz, that would protect the humans by sealing the demons using their music to create a barrier known as the Honmun. As the film literally says, their music creates courage and hope. Yay! Now the 3 chosen Huz are known as demon hunters, and their ultimate goal is to one day create the golden Honmun, which will create a barrier so strong that will get rid of the demons from the human world forever. And I think it was a nice cultural reference to show us each passing generation of how much K-pop has changed over time. It's your turn because I failed you. So the elder Huz pretty much says, we failed y'all and it's your turn now, putting the entire fate of the world on these 3 girls' shoulders. Now they're in the K-pop group called Huntrix, as the girls' names are Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. And Mira's pretty much described as a spoiled brat with an attitude that comes from a well-off family. And for Zoe, what's funny about her is that when they mention her, they're like, oh, she's so cute and lovely, but the moment she starts rapping, you better watch out. Like, I know she's 5 feet tall, but when she starts rapping, she's really scary. But for Rumi, her backstory is actually pretty sad because her mom was a K-pop idol that died when she was an infant. So another member of that group's like, why don't I raise this kid and exploit her into the K-pop industry? Now, the K-pop industry isn't as glamorous as people think, so when I see a full-grown adult trying to train and raise a child to be used as an entertainer for other people's entertainment, to be judged and criticized, I'm just like, are you really a good parent?
I never thought about it like that. I never thought about it like that. Oh my gosh, we should cancel this movie, bro. They're grooming little kids.
We goon to Rumi every day.
She brings us to tears.
My bias is So the concert's about to start, but the trio's still on a plane, too busy snacking. And this scene is pretty inaccurate considering K-pop idols consume probably around 500 or 600 calories a day, and they're definitely not going to be feasting on snacks before a show because that's just going to make them puffy and bloated. Like, there's literally a scene after where they're like, let's have ramen, and I'm like, bruh, you're not gonna eat ramen just before a show because you're just gonna get bloated on camera. So they get a call from their manager and have an interaction with their fans, and we get this. Girl, y'all are fake as hell. So they find out they're late and realize the staff on the plane are demons.
So they beat their demon ass
and perform their first song. And considering these days K-pop cares more about the visuals and the dance choreography over the music itself, musically this first song was pretty good. And once they finish their performance, we can see the Honmun barrier activate, keeping the demons away from the humans.
So the demon king not happy.
He needs to stop doing that. I'm not trying to laugh, but when he does that voice, it's kind of funny.
Knowing the hunters are on the verge of creating a golden Honmun which will get rid of them once and for all.
So the demon fine shit.
Chinu suggests to create a demon boy band to steal Huntrix fans to stop the golden Honmun from happening.
Cringe.
And in exchange, he wants the king to erase his memories. Netflix, y'all knew what you were doing.
That man is the fine shit. Do you live alone?
And when the girls finally catch a break, Rumi releases their new single, which is pretty unrealistic because in K-pop, it's the label that has full control over when to promote and release the songs.
True.
You having fun? You need to stop gooning to Stray Kids. No more break time for you.
No. So they released the music video and it's an instant success.
What's your favorite song from this movie? Comment down below your favorite song from this movie.
The Golden Honmun will be created after just one more performance. But plot twist, turns out Rumi is actually part demon and has demon patterns, but she's not fully demon. Why? I don't know, I didn't make the film. But during rehearsals, this happens. Born to be.
Huh?
Born to be.
Huh? So she get the voice crack and loses voice cause she part demon and bails on a live show disappointing her fans.
And we get a flashback.
Am I a demon? No, I'll make you a slave to the industry.
And then Rumi literally says,
is it cause my dad's a demon?
Wait, so her dad's a demon? That means her mom banged a demon? Damn.
She horny.
He needs to stop doing that, bro. It's catching me off guard. She's so horny. Hey, I'm just trying to copy him.
So Rumi feels trapped and isolated from the members and to the world because she's unable to show her true self due to fear of judgment and criticism of being a demon. But the truth is her demon patterns aren't that big a deal, especially because only 2 people, her other members and her mentor, are the only ones that know about the demon world. So for the general public, her having a few marks, it's really not that big a deal. And if anything, I think it looks good on her. And when she gets back home, she tells the others her voice is gone, but they're like,
we can get through anything together.
Yeah, why is she kinda
He ain't lying. Hear him out. She kinda bad. She kinda bad, chat.
Anyway, like good members, they help her get tonics the next day to fix her voice. And we're introduced to the demon boy band.
And when Mira and Zoe see them, they are down bad.
Now, I really like the animation style in this film, especially in comedic scenes like this where they make their facial expressions super expressive. Girl, they ain't all that. Now, me personally, I think most of the movie's budget went towards Jinu's visuals because the other guys just don't look as good. And when we're talking about this dude specifically, the guy with bangs that cover his whole face, if his nose is all the way down there and his hair is that long,
That means his forehead huge.
and Rumi proceeds to get her
K-drama moment.
doing the typical slip and fall, expecting the guy to go, 저기요, 괜찮으세요?
He sound kinda hot. Why he sound so sexy? Hold on, I might need me a foreign man. Hold on, Chad. Y'all hear him?
Yeah, let me help you. Psych!
Huh?
Dumb bitch.
What you say to me, you Hongdae boy looking ass? They're so...
And later, the demon boy band performs this song Soda Pop as this dude literally air humps the
Ajumma lady. Oh, he gave her the kimchi thrust. Now she pregnant and happy as hell.
You know what's funny? If it's an ugly dude, it's called harassment, but if it's a good-looking dude, it's called fan service. So they do their little dancey dance, and the song is pretty catchy, but the girls find out they're demons, so when the boys give gifts to attract some fans, the girls just take that shit and just make the kids cry.
Oh, she looked devastated.
But what's funny is if anyone caught that on camera, that's the kind of shit that would get an idol group cancelled in Korea. And after a successful debut performance and a smug look from Rumi to Jinu, the girls are convinced they need to die. So the girls somehow think it's a good idea to kill them during a live broadcast on a variety show, but Jinu seeing this calls Huntrix out to the audience and sets them up to lose some fans. Huntrix will go down the slide because they'll do anything for their fans.
For the fans.
Sounds like they're
Taking a shit. Oh, negative order. We love you. So respectful. Love you more.
We're fake.
No, we're fake.
And when the show ends, the boys dip, only to be confronted again at a bathhouse. Girls, my eyes are up here.
But we horny.
Look at her face though, that's hilarious. She's like, really, gal? Really? So the girls end up fighting demons again, as the fight scenes in this film are pretty good, but during the fight, Rumi's demon patterns gets exposed. Huh?
No.
You're gay? If Rumi just communicated to the other members like, look, I have all these demon patterns, but I'm not a demon, I truly believe the other members would just be like, you know what? It's not that big a deal. We believe her, we understand her, and then it'd be all good. But because she hid it, now it's a problem because the more you hide something, the bigger the problem it's going to be. But
Facts.
when Jinu sees this, he give her the K-drama moment again and surprisingly helps her cover the patterns up. Wait, did he just give her mixed signals?
What a red flag.
야, 이 새끼들아 여기서 뭐하니?
죄송합니다.
And in just one day, the demon boy band goes super viral, getting their own manager bopping to their music. So Rumi's like,
Let's make a diss track to end their careers once and for all. Oh.
But shortly after, Rumi meets some labubu looking ass cat that leads her to Jinu.
Yeah.
That's some ugly ass pants. Girl, I know you got money. Why your pants look like it's from Walmart?
That is definitely something Walmart would sell. Let's be honest, y'all. I have a lot of pajamas from Walmart. I know that brand for sure.
Girl, I know you got money. Why your pants look like it's from Walmart? Then Jinu tells her his backstory, that he was extremely poor and his family was broke, and he went out into the streets to play music to feed his family but couldn't because he wasn't talented. So he gets help from the Demon King, becoming talented at singing and uses it to live a good life, but the demon patterns quickly consume him to live in the demon world, thus making his family even more worse off than before. Wait, so you're telling me you were born with an incredible face card and you still managed to be born and stay poor? That sounds like a you problem. Like, even if you sold food on the street, you don't think there'd be a line of girls that would want to get food from the good-looking guy? Really? Really? And also, if all else fails, you don't think there'd be a girl out there that would have a crush on you that came from money that you can marry and have a good life with? Also, if you knew you weren't talented at singing, then why the hell would you go out on the streets and start singing? What are you, dumb? Like, you know you sound like shit, so why would you do that? Bruh, just listening to his backstory, he's just stupid. Like, you were born with an incredible face card that could be used for endless possibilities, but instead, you just went, why don't I make a deal with the devil so that I can feed my family? What are you, dumb? So, no, this whole victim story that you're telling us, it just doesn't apply to you because you're pretty much saying, man, I was born with an amazing, beautiful, good-looking face, but I was born with nothing. I had nothing. Anyway, they have a few flirtatious moments and then he dips. Meanwhile, Zoe has a crush on this dude, and I'ma say it again. Bruh, if your nose is all the way down there and your hair is this long,
Your forehead huge.
Bro, she's literally drooling over Korean Megamind. So while the girls write the diss track, the Demon Boys become the biggest hot topic, stealing more of the Huntrix fans, making a Golden Moon even more difficult than before. And when Huntrix has a fan signing, the Demon Boys show up and take half their fans, so Rumi decides to do the fan signing together. Men are gross.
Forehead.
Bro, what is he doing? Yo, that's narcissism on another level.
Can you guys just kiss already? I'm a goon to both of you every night. Boy, you ain't all that.
Well, why don't I show you back in my place? Now, it's pretty obvious the film is going for an enemies to lovers story between Rumi and Jinu, but unfortunately, after the fan meeting, the plot, dare I say, starts to get boring? It's a mix of Rumi not wanting to perform the diss track anymore because she starts sympathizing more with the demons. Then Mirror gets sus of Rumi's changed behavior, and when she calls her out on it, Rumi just gaslights her. And we get a couple of scenes of Rumi slowly falling for Jinu as she's all like,
I know you're a demon, but I can fix him. Help us get the Golden Moon, Jinu Daddy.
When he explains it like this, I feel like I start to hate the movie a little bit. I don't know, bro. It's like he making fun of the movie, and I like the movie, and it's like, now I don't like the movie. Do I like the movie? Was I gaslighted into liking this movie? Was this movie even good? I don't know. The way he explains it makes me feel like this movie is trash.
Help us get the Golden Moon, Jinu Daddy. Okay, bye. Yeah, bye.
but plot twist. We then find out from the Demon King that Jinu lied to Rumi about his past and that he actually abandoned his family when his life got better, and that's why he wants his memories erased. And with more and more people go missing while demons feast on human souls, Rumi gets a flashback of the time she wanted to tell her friends the truth about the patterns.
Maybe they'll understand.
And the Guardian's like,
Hell no! They must never know until your patterns are gone.
so essentially the Guardian is one of the villains of the film because she makes Rumi hide her flaws rather than embrace it and lie to the other members. So the Idol Awards take place where the Demon Boys go against Huntrix, but when the boys are caught on stage, for whatever reason, they fail to appear, giving Huntrix the advantage to win. So when the girls perform Golden and everything's going well, suddenly,
Something wrong. My slave.
and despite being so close to creating a Golden Moon, Mira and Zoe try to save their manager only to be tricked and set up by the demons to separate them from Rumi. Then demons disguised as the other members appear,
You want Korean cup noodle or you want Asian fried rice?
and they expose her patterns. And when the actual members see the patterns, they're like, what the helly?
She a liar.
And by the time Rumi tells them the truth, she's like,
Please believe me. I got you 10 labubus while you lied to me?
now, not gonna lie, this part of the film is pretty predictable. Like, we knew from the get-go, like when she was hiding her demon patterns, eventually at some point in the film, she was gonna have to face that problem. Oh, and fun fact, when her marks were revealed to the public, they didn't care about the marks at all. If anything, they were like, yo, why is there hostility between the members? So if she was just honest about it, it would have been chill.
So she cried and ran away.
Then meets Jinu, who admits he lied about his past. I like men.
아니야. 오빠.
I goon to men.
하지마.
So he admits he's a piece of shit for leaving his family, and well,
At least he's self-aware. We love a self-aware king.
so Huntrix rankings go down after their bad performance, the Honmun gets destroyed, and everyone in the city gets hypnotized into loving the Demon Boys, including Zoe and Mirror.
But meanwhile,
Rumi meets her guardian, who only continues to try cover up her patterns again and tells her to gaslight the members that they're Delulu because she's not a demon. But Rumi's upset because she realizes at no point did her guardian accept her for her true self and instead force her to hide and pretend to be somebody that she's not.
Chat, this is a lesson for you. Never hide who you are. Be true to yourself. Love who you want to love, chat. I know a lot of y'all are gay, and it's okay. Be true to yourself, chat. That's all I got for you, bro. That's all I got.
And if the film's message is that we shouldn't pretend to be somebody that we're not, rather we should embrace our flaws and insecurities, even if that means someone's not gonna like us, that we should just own it, I think that's a great message, especially when it comes to Korea. Because there's a reason why every K-pop idol will talk and act the same on camera, because they're media trained. They know that if they're outspoken about a subject or act different and have a dumb opinion about something, it could be the very reason why their whole group gets cancelled. And that's why you don't see a lot of authenticity in South Korea, because authenticity in the K-pop industry is frowned upon rather than encouraged. So if the deeper message is actually taken seriously, I think it'd be great if more idols weren't so afraid of hiding their true selves to avoid backlash and judgment, and embrace who they truly are, whether people like it or not. Because that's what makes you, you. Anyway, the Demon Boys hold a concert to consume everyone's souls and puts on a performance, and you just know someone's gonna make TikTok edits of this and they're gonna goon to this shit like,
Yes, Daddy Jinu.
I love my voice crack.
But suddenly, the Rumi show up and sings a song reuniting the members.
And together, they take down the demons and go at the Demon King.
You want to fight me?
And Jinu sacrifices his life for Rumi.
Oppa, no.
Are you open-minded?
That's a big forehead.
So Gino dies, Zoe and Mira kill the demon boys, and with the power of music, they defeat the Demon King.
Yay!
And that's how the movie ends. But the thing that confuses me is the public saw Huntrix kill the demon boys. And if they're not aware of the demon world, wouldn't they see Huntrix as murderers? Because this is the dilemma. If the public knew about the demons, they would have reacted to Rumi's patterns. But since they didn't, that would mean they're unaware. So if they don't know about the demons, how you gonna magically explain one of the biggest boy bands just suddenly disappearing and people saw Huntrix kill them, but they're somehow not seen as murderers? Like,
Huh? It don't make sense, love.
Spider-Man explained by an Asian.
Wait, who are you? I'm a somebody. What the hell you think? Can I get a hoya? Oh, he's so dreamy.
the movie begins with Mary Jane dating the high school jock named Flash. And we're introduced to the main character, Peter Parker, who has such negative aura, you got fat people laughing at him. So out of pity, Mary Jane helps him get on the bus, and we find out quickly dude's a total outcast, as other nerds don't even want to sit with him, while the jocks see him as an easy target. Yo, these do not look like high schoolers, they all look like unks like me. So we pretty much learn Peter's a nerd that gets bullied as the class goes on a field trip. Now for context, Peter has a crush on MJ since he was 6, so he's like,
You looking at me? Hey. Hi.
psych.
Oh, negative order.
This is why I never wave back at people in public. You gotta come up to me directly and make eye contact with me. I'd be damned if I hit one of these and you look past me and wave at somebody else. Like, that's horrible. That's so embarrassing. I would probably off myself. I'm not going.
You looking at me? Hey. Hi.
Psych.
Oh, negative order.
Then we're introduced to Harry and his father, Norman Osborn, pulling up in a Rolls Royce, and Harry's like,
Daddy, this is a public school. I don't like making people feel poor.
but they are poor. And somehow the richest kid in school is also best friends with the biggest loser in school, which doesn't add up, but anyway. During a tour of a spider lab, Peter sees MJ not happy with Flash being all touchy as the
Asian explain more about spiders and Peter keep getting worried.
leave him alone. Or what?
What's Daddy gonna do? Sue me?
First of all, that ain't no damn high schooler, that's a grown-ass man with a mortgage. And secondly, who the hell gets bullied for being rich? So what, you're gonna make fun of someone because their parents did what they're supposed to do and made a good living? Like, what? Anyway, Peter tells Harry some fun facts about spiders, and Harry's like, this is why you get bullied, bro. And turns out Harry also likes MJ and decides to tell her the same fun facts about spiders that Peter told him, and Peter's like,
What the hell? I thought we were friends, you mother bitch.
then the teacher steps in and plays defense on Harry, and with MJ all alone pretending like she gives a shit about spiders, Peter shoots his shot. Hello, redhead, I need you to pose for the school paper.
Don't make me look ugly.
We can always use Photoshop. And as Peter takes photos so that he can goon to them later, a spider bites his ass. And this was no ordinary spider, it was a special spider.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, Norman gives updates on a performance-enhancing drug he's making to continue getting funded by the military. But when asked about the side effects of one of their failed tests, it was aggression and insanity. But Norman's like, it's chill and ready for human trials, while his sidekick Nerd says we need to start from scratch. Why are you saying this? Is it because your hairline's receding? So Norman is told if the new drug isn't successful in 2 weeks, then his company will die and the funding will go to his competitor. Then we're introduced to Uncle Ben and Aunt May, who takes care of Peter.
Cause he has no parents. So Peter Parker has no mother Parker.
And yo, look at this neighborhood. It's interesting to see what America looked like in 2002. Anyway, Peter comes home feeling sick and doesn't want to talk. You alright? I got a goon. So bro busts a fat nut and passes out having the best sleep of his life as the spider bite results in his body transforming and he obtains spider-like powers. But back at Oscorp, Norman doesn't want the company he created to die. So he takes a big risk and tests the drug on himself, and if anyone watched the film, Norman was a pretty chill dude and a nice guy and did the best he could for his company. And Norman has a seizure, looking like he's getting head, then his heart stops beating, and when his sidekick tries to bring him back to life, Norman becomes batshit crazy, killing his own sidekick, acting like the drug addict on crack. The next morning, Peter starts looks maxing and gets a glow up and doesn't look like a nut.
Bro, if I wake up one day and I don't have to wear glasses no more, the best thing ever. Sometimes I leave my contacts in when I'm asleep and I can wake up with 20/20 vision. But then I realize this isn't real. This is a facade. I've been lying to myself because I still have my contacts in. That really pisses me off sometimes, bro. That really pisses me off.
The next morning, Peter starts looks maxing and gets a glow up and doesn't look like a nut anymore. Damn. It's bigger. Then we find out he's next door neighbors with Mary Jane.
Wait a minute, you lived next to your crush since you were 6 and the first time you ever spoke to her was your last year in high school? Bro, you are a geek.
So MJ's in a toxic ass household, Norman wakes up and can't remember anything as he's told his sidekick is dead, and Peter learns quickly that he's got superpowers.
I'm just a girl. Shit.
And Peter prevents her from losing aura.
You're a short king, but you have nice eyes.
Then she gets the ick and regrets talking to him like,
What a weirdo.
and suddenly Peter finds out he can start shooting webs with his own hands and accidentally gives Flash some free food. And Peter's like, oh, I hit Flash? Gotta run before he kills me.
Peter Parker?
So Flash chases after him, but thanks to having spider senses, he can start seeing shit in slow motion and decides to make Flash
Look stupid.
Wait, did Flash try to sucker punch him? What a coward. I remember watching these fight scenes as a kid and I thought this was the coolest shit ever. And I'm sure everyone likes it when the underdog gives the bully his get back, right? So Peter makes Flash go, ah! And with one punch, dude goes flying into getting more free food. Yo, look at Harry's face. This is hilarious. He's like,
Oh my gosh, what? Like, what? He's like, oh my gosh, Peter, you're so bad, Peter. Oh my gosh.
Nah, he's wild, bro. I like when he does that voice, but why he make everybody sound so gay?
Peter, you're so bad, Peter. Oh my gosh.
so bro thought he'd get an applause, but is called a freak, and even MJ looks at him like he is one, so he runs away and discovers many spikes on his hands and goes, well, guess that means I can climb walls now. And instead of freaking out and going to the hospital, he's like,
What else can I do?
and starts jumping over buildings and
Does some experimenting. Fly.
then he learns how to shoot webs and thinks it's a good idea to start swinging on it like a Tarzan wannabe.
Oh, wee.
Then later that night, Peter and MJ get a chance to talk to each other since they're neighbors, and it's just like, no way y'all were neighbors for more than a decade, and this is the first time y'all talk outside your house. But Flash plays defense, pulling up in his new whip that he got as a birthday present, and I think this is a canon event for every dude at some point in his life as Peter starts getting interested in buying a nice car. Wait, look at these ridiculous deals though. No interest for 60 months? Now here's the crazy part. So a Benz E-Class was 30K then, and it's around 118 to 200,000 now. But a Porsche 911 S Turbo was 40K back then and now goes for 600,000. Yo, a 911 at this price is a steal. So Peter finds a nice car for $2,600 and sees an ad for $3,000 if he stays in the ring for 3 minutes as an amateur wrestler. So this poor dude tries getting a nice car to impress MJ and creates his own costume design while shooting his
Goon juice everywhere.
Goon juice everywhere. Okay, if I said it like that, y'all will be on my head top. I like that, bro. I'm gonna start saying that. That's my new thing.
while shooting his
Goon juice everywhere.
Now, Uncle Ben starts getting worried because Peter's been acting weird, so he tries to show some love by dropping him off at a library. And this was because Peter lied to Uncle Ben, saying he's going to the library when he's really going to a wrestling match.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Stop lecturing me.
I know I'm not your father.
So stop pretending to be.
Damn, Peter. Oh, you hurt him. And Uncle Ben didn't even say anything crazy. He was just trying to look out for him. So Peter goes to the wrestling match and sees the Liver King lookalike on roids and is introduced to the ring as the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, he got that outfit from Sheen.
So the crowd starts booing, the ring girls start talking shit, this NPC's dick no longer works, and the match begins. Now Peter gets out of steroids reach, and instead of staying there for 3 minutes and making $3,000, he goes back down to get beat cause he a masochist. Man, why is his spider senses so inconsistent? Shouldn't he be able to dodge these attacks? But thanks to his super strength, after a couple of kicks and a yeet, Peter knocks him out. Nah, look at all these haters switching up. If I'm Peter, I'm telling the crowd to keep that same energy. And he gets scammed. Where's my free grand? You beat him in 2 minutes, so it don't count.
Just give me my money.
That sounds
Just give me my money. Y'all don't know about that, bro. Y'all too young. Y'all won't even hear when that even happened last year, for real, for real.
switching up. If I'm Peter, I'm telling the crowd to keep that same energy. And he gets scammed. Where's my free grand? You beat him in 2 minutes, so it don't count.
Just give me my money.
That sounds like a you problem.
$100. Bro was meant to get paid $3,000, but only got 100. If I'm Peter, I'm crashing out.
But Peter's too nice and walks away because I'm sure he'd be able to sue them if he wanted to. Then this dude gets the karma straight away, and it's well deserved too. And when Peter has the chance to stop the dude, he just lets him take the elevator and get away because screw that scammer. I scammed you, but you didn't stop him.
Sounds like a you problem.
So Peter's feeling himself like, yeah.
When that happened, I was like, well deserved. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You got scammed, your karma happened, and then it happened. Y'all know what happens next, bro. This taught me everything I needed to know about life. Even when somebody does you wrong, doesn't mean you need to do them wrong back, chat.
So Peter's feeling himself like, yeah. Only to later find out that his uncle got murdered.
Peter,
I didn't go to the library.
you dumbass.
Yo, this dude can't catch a break, cause how you get scammed and lose your uncle on the same day when you also don't even have any parents. So Peter then learns to swing his webs like Tarzan, then ends up finding the criminal who killed his uncle and beats his ass. And turns out the dude who killed his uncle was the same dude that stole the $3,000. Really? You killed a dude over $3,000? You risking life in jail over $3,000?
That criminal is very stupid. But Peter used a kung fu.
And the criminal slips, falls, and dies. Man, the money's right there. I mean, it technically does belong to Peter, so he should have taken it, not gonna lie. Then he comes home and tells Aunt May she can't get clapped
anymore.
Meanwhile, Norman's competitor Quest
What?
makes some Iron Man looking at robot tech as his elder Wrinkle admits he can't wait to see Norman out of business. Then some random dude on a glider comes and kills them all. And eventually Peter and Harry graduates as Norman congratulates the both of them and even tells Peter if he needs anything, let him know. Yeah, use those connections and get a job, Peter. Now Harry sees MJ and Flash breaking up, and I gotta say this film does a great job by using Flash and Peter as the guys girls date and ignore. So Flash is that tall popular dude that's a bit of a dick who drives a nice car that gets all the girls, whereas guys like Peter who are short, a bit nerdy and socially awkward are practically invisible to girls and are never seen as dating material.
That's literally my whole life story, y'all. I'm short, I wear glasses, and I never get the girls. It sucks to be a bitch ass nigga.
Guys like Peter, who are short, a bit nerdy, and socially awkward, are practically invisible to girls and are never seen as dating material. And I think showing the contrast between Flash and Peter in the film was a great move since most dudes will relate to Peter more than Flash.
Not me though, but y'all stay safe. Okay.
Anyway, now that he's graduated, Peter decides to become a brokey superhero who continues to stay poor while saving others.
He even saved the Asians when the Asians get robbed. Oh, Spider-Man invited to the hot pot cookout.
So he becomes a town favorite as hippies find him hot, and this pisses off a publisher for the daily newspaper who sees Spider-Man as a menace cause he jelly. So he puts out an ad to pay anyone with Spider-Man's photo cause he wants to make articles talking shit about it. Meanwhile, Peter catches up with MJ and
She now walked the minimum wage.
while Peter's still looking for a job.
Wait, didn't Peter make his own Spider-Man suit? So technically he can make his own clothing company or just get into costume design and be really good at it. Or he can become the best boxer in the world by using his super strength and spider senses and just destroy his own weight class.
Anyway, MJ's like, don't tell
Valid.
Harry, cause turns out she's going out with him now, and
Peter stuck in the friend zone.
now Peter could have become rich using endless different ways with his new abilities, but instead he decides to take pictures of himself as Spider-Man and sells the photos for dirt cheap that won't even cover the rent.
Now for someone who's really
Bro, you know what's crazy? How the hell did Peter get this picture? Like, somebody had to call Cap on one of these, bro.
For dirt cheap that won't even cover the rent.
Now for someone who's really smart, he sure doesn't know how to make the money.
I'll give you $10 a photo.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, slave, now get the hell out. Yo, I remember
10?
watching the scene as a kid and I thought this actress was so fine. I was like, yo, why can't she play Mary Jane? Now, back at Oscorp, their competitor is gone and their stock is through the roof, and the board of directors decide to fire Norman and sell the company for maximum profit.
And Norman crashes out. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
I need the money to fix my hairline. You still rich anyway. So later at the World Unity Festival, where all the board of directors are present, Peter spots Harry and MJ together.
What the hell?
So you like me?
Why wouldn't I?
And when he tries to kiss her, she curves his ass.
Oh my goodness, that curve wasn't saying she don't like you.
Then why is she dating him?
Does she want the money?
Then suddenly, the same glider dude that took out Oscorp's competitor pulls up and kills all the board of directors. But yeah, the CGI effects back in the day was pretty shit, not gonna lie.
Cause what the hell is this?
And when MJ's in danger, she's like,
Harry.
well, you strong and independent. Hell no, I ain't saving you. I got a trust fund to protect. But jokes aside, Harry does try to save her, but gets knocked out by a rock. And it was at that moment that she knew that she was never gonna let him hit.
Excuse me, why are you wearing an Asian dress when you're not Asian?
Then Spider-Man pulls up and they start throwing hands. And this kid right here has zero survival instincts as he's just standing there waiting to die. Now, unpopular opinion, but if you see something falling and everyone is running away and you're still standing still, maybe you should die. So this Green Goblin whoops the cop's ass, then kicks Peter as some poor NPC goes down with him. Then realizing MJ's about to fall and die, Peter tries saving her, but Green Goblin too
Clingy and annoying. Take that. Now you Asian. I break your glider. Now it worth $2.50.
So MJ falls, and I wonder if the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man film copied this scene because it looks pretty damn similar, except in this film the girl is saved.
Chinaman. Chinaman.
What the?
No, keep making out. I was about to get hard. Wait, who are you? I'm a somebody. What the hell you think? Can I get a hoya? Oh, he's so dreamy.
What do you mean he's incredible? If I don't pass out from that rock, I would have saved you.
Can I still get cuddles, mommy?
No, you hang up.
Oh, Harry's the simp.
Then the next day, Norman finds out he's got multiple personalities as there's another side of him that does crazy evil shit. As he realizes it was him that killed his competitor's company and the board of directors. And my goodness, his acting skills in this film is so damn good. Not to mention, it also helps when you look
Creepy as hell.
He's the GOAT, bro. He just does a really good job at being playing Green Goblin. I cannot think of another actor to play this role as good as him. He just did his thing, bro. Especially in No Way Home, bro. He killed his performance in No Way Home.
This film is so damn good. Not to mention it also helps when you look
Creepy as hell.
So the Goblin pulls up on Jameson, the newspaper dude, and asks who the hell takes pictures for Spider-Man so that he can find him, but dude won't snitch.
I don't know who he is.
Hello, you looking for me?
I knew you two are working together. Man, the scene is hilarious. So Green Goblin attacks you because he wants to know Spider-Man's whereabouts, so they're clearly not working together, and when Spider-Man shows up saving your ass, the first thing you say is that they're working together.
Oh, here's the D1 hater.
Then
For
Goblin
sure.
puts Peter to sleep and carries his ass like the bye-bye. And he offers an alliance to work together, which I thought was pretty generous for Goblin to do that, because he could have straight up killed Peter right then and there, and no one will be able to stop it.
He also could have took off his mask when he was asleep. I never understood that. Me personally, I'm too nosy, bro. I'm definitely taking his mask off. As soon as I put him to sleep, who are you? Who's under that mask? Because it's Peter. He's not going to expect that, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to scream.
He could have straight up killed Peter right then and there, and no one will be able to stop him. He goes,
Spidey, let's be besties. Think about it, girly.
the newspaper Jameson starts talking shit, saying Spider-Man attacked him, and continues to write articles about how he is a villain that needs to be arrested. So is this movie saying that the news can't be trusted and it's biased? Interesting. Then Peter keeps
Yes.
stalking MJ to try and escape the friend zone and keeps asking updates about her and Harry's relationship.
Why are you so interested?
Why would I be?
Why would you be?
Wait, is she flirting with him? And Peter the naughty boy for breaking guy code. Cause even if you have a crush on her, if your best friend is dating her, then she's off limits. Come on, bro. But Peter senses MJ's in danger as a couple of dudes start following her, and yo, I'm not making this up. One of the dudes just starts barking at her like, "Brr, brr, brr,"
So the Spider-Man come to the rescue, beating their ass.
and saves Mary Jane twice.
Why you always in danger? And why are you a stalker? You like fried rice? My favorite food is dim sum.
And while still dating Harry, she decides to make out with Spider-Man
Cause she horny. Mary Jane, naughty, naughty. Oh, naughty, naughty.
At least break up with Harry first if you're gonna do this shit. Yo, look at how happy she is. She's like, Harry, ain't nobody give a shit about him. And while Spider-Man continues to do some Spider-Man shit, like saving chopped ass babies from becoming more chopped, this happens.
Like a somebody, you okay? Don't worry. Slay, surprise. Hey girl, why you catfish?
So they
Why you catfish, bro? Why you catfish? Bro, that's so ugly, bro.
more chopped, this happens.
Like a somebody, you okay? Don't worry. Slay, surprise. Hey girl, why you catfish?
So they end up squaring up again, and Peter gets injured in the process, and after giving Goblin a love tap, he quickly escapes. Meanwhile, Mary Jane preps for Thanksgiving to impress Harry's dad, Norman. So do you like Harry or not? Because if you don't like him, why are you still dating him and trying to impress his dad?
Are you digging for gold?
Then Peter pulls up making some noise, which gets the others to check his room if he's there or not, and a bit of blood from his injury drops on the floor, and
Oh, it looked like the ketchup.
then he enters the front door pretending like he wasn't in his room like a minute ago and makes the mistake of taking off his jacket, revealing his injury to everyone. And that's when Norman finds out Peter is Spider-Man and decides to leave the dinner table early because he don't give two craps about Mary Jane. And when Harry tells him to stay, his dad straight up tells him MJ doesn't like him and is after his trust fund, while everyone at the dinner table can hear it. She's after your money.
Crap, isn't that obvious?
And when Harry gets back, she gets mad.
Was she really after his money? I don't like Mary Jane in any iteration, but this Mary Jane pissed me off, bruh. She was going from friend to friend. She was homie hopping. Now that I look back at it, did she actually like Harry or not?
She's after your money.
Crap, isn't that obvious?
And when Harry gets back, she gets mad at him like he was the one that said it. And Peter's just there like, wait, they might break up?
Yes. Yes.
Now, Norman doesn't want to kill Peter, but the goblin inside him convinces him to make Peter suffer. So while Aunt May is praying for Uncle Ben, Norman just shows up and blows up her crib.
Damn, Norman, she pushing 70. Leave that poor woman alone.
What the hell?
Good luck explaining this to your insurance company.
I'm gonna be dead forever.
Yes, you will.
But turns out Goblin just scared her, and she's like, oh,
I can't fix my house.
So Peter finds out Goblin knows who he is, and when Mary Jane shows up to visit Aunt May, she confesses she's in love with Spider-Man while still dating Harry. And Aunt May's like,
Or
Ooh, spill the tea.
now Peter thinks he's slick, and he goes, I know Spider-Man, I take photos of him and we talk all the time, and he asked me about you.
What'd you
Like-
say?
That I goon to your photos, and when I nut, it's the best feeling ever. I'll goon to you forever.
You said that?
Damn, my nephew's a creep. Then MJ grabs Peter's hand, and I had the same reaction as him. Girl, what are you doing?
So you're dating Harry, but then said you're in love with Spider-Man, but now you're holding Peter's hand?
MJ, naughty, naughty. naughty.
Bro, she don't know what she wanted. She had no idea what she wanted, bro. You can obviously tell. She wanted Spider-Man for the excitement. She wanted Harry for the money. And she wanted Peter for the security. But honestly, she just didn't know what she wanted, bro.
Peter's hand?
MJ, naughty, naughty. Naughty.
Then Harry shows up and catches the two holding hands, and you can clearly tell from their reactions they knew what they were doing was wrong. So Harry vents to his dad, telling him that he was right about MJ, and in the process reveals Peter loved her since the 4th grade. Then Norman uses the emotional manipulation to make Harry think that he cares about him when he doesn't.
You shouldn't be gooning to her photos, you know?
And when she says everyone knows Peter likes MJ, Bro realizes that she could be in danger and hits her up, only to find out that the Green Goblin has taken her and tells Peter to pull up. And by the time he does, Goblin gives him two choices. Either save MJ from turning into splattered cheese, or he can save a bunch of kids. The kids are like,
Please help, Spider-Man. You think I care about kids? Now choose.
and you know what's funny? He actually goes to MJ and says, man, fuck them kids. So I wonder what the kids were thinking as they were falling and seeing Spider-Man ignore their ass. But he's a superhero for a reason and attempts to save both, and Green Goblin goes,
What the hell?
so he attacks Peter while he can't fight, and goddamn, MJ be soaring.
Flying.
And long story short, Goblin gets distracted by the NPCs of New York who gives him free food, allowing Peter to save MJ and the kids, but then he gets taken by Goblin and yeeted into an old ass building. And when I tell you, Peter's about to get the beating of his life. So he first gets hit with an explosion, then Goblin punches his face, then gives him an uppercut and a smackety smack and another smack.
Oh, Spider-Man getting the B+ beating. Now he knows what it's like to have the strict Asian mother.
Then Goblin gets cocky and makes the mistake of telling Peter he's gonna kill MJ slowly and enjoy it. And this enrages Peter, because if MJ's gone, how are you gonna take more photos to goon to? And what's funny is Peter only hits Goblin like half of what Goblin did to him, but he's like,
Wait, Daddy, chill.
and Norman reveals his identity to Peter and tries to use the emotional manipulation to get Peter to lower his guard down and kill him from behind.
You need money? I'll make you rich.
Nah, I actually like being broke.
Then you can die being poor.
So Norman tries to kill him, but thanks to Peter's spidey senses, Goblin ends up killing himself.
Norman the Japanese.
Wait, so when Goblin was beating your ass, your spider senses were non-existent and you couldn't dodge shit, but then suddenly your spider sense starts working again? So inconsistent. Then he tells Peter don't snitch and tell Harry, then passes away. And Peter decides to put his body back at Norman's crib, which was a terrible idea because Harry sees him and is now convinced.
Why did he do that? That is actually pretty stupid, bro. I was trying to think of a reason, but I can't think of one. He just did the stupidest thing ever.
Decides to put his body back at Norman's crib, which was a terrible idea because Harry sees him and is now convinced Spider-Man killed him.
Like, if you brought him to the hospital, it would just be seen as an accident, right? Harry would never find out. Or if you're going to drop him off at his place, then at least leave a note saying, like, look, the Green Goblin killed him, which technically is true, and there would be no misunderstandings.
But instead, Peter runs away and doesn't explain shit because he's toxic and wants drama. Then at Norman's funeral, Harry vows to make Spider-Man pay while thanking Peter, saying he's the only family he's got left. And while Peter's still at the cemetery, MJ shows up, now newly single, and despite literally telling him she was in love with Spider-Man, she now tells him she's in love with him now.
It was you. It was always you. I love you so much, Peter.
Hey, yo, at a cemetery though?
Yo, who makes out with someone at a cemetery? No, there's a time and a place for everything. Like, really? You couldn't wait like a little bit later? Like, you just had to do it on top of Uncle Ben's grave? What the hell's the matter with you?
So MJ wants to date Peter now because Peter knows he's Spider-Man and his enemies will always use his weakness against him. He puts MJ in the friend zone to protect her and ultimately rejects her to continue to live his life as a gooner.
Now, this was one of my favorite films growing up as a kid, so it was really enjoyable making this video, and looking at it now again as an adult, I didn't realize how toxic MJ and Peter was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I still prefer this film over any Marvel film made in recent memory.
Mr. Peabody and Sherman, explained by an Asian.
What's your nerdy ass eating? Well, my zaddy got me the sandwich. So you like doing whatever daddy says? Yeah. So you're a dog? No, I'm not. Your dad's a dog, so you're a female dog. That's scientifically inaccurate. Shut up, ho. Okay. So, doggy, go fetch. Obey your master, doggy. Arf, arf.
That's kind of how it happened. It might sound a little off, but that's basically how it happened.
Master, doggy. Arf, arf. The movie began.
With a Family Guy wannabe ass talking dog who's extremely smart, so he's basically if Stewie and Brian had a baby together and made the dog put on some glasses. And when I say this dog is a nerd, he is a
Total nerd.
because even at the adoption center when other dogs are autistic and biting themselves get picked, this dog doesn't. Really, bro? You gonna read a book about Plato the Republic? Like, are you trying to get adopted or are you trying to be performative?
Fetch.
But why waste
calories on useless activity? Mama, I hate this smart ass. Wait, I can be an obedient slave. Please use me.
And for a dog that
Please use you. That don't sound right, Mr. Peabody. That don't sound right at all.
Wait, I can be an obedient slave. Please use me.
And for a dog that's so smart, he clearly isn't smart enough to be likable to get adopted, so instead Buddy decides to lock in and becomes the super nerd. Graduating in Harvard, majoring in smart ass, then draws a dove thinking he solved peace. Then we're introduced to Sherman and the dog's name is Peabody, with Peabody saying he vowed to be the best father he could and prepared Sherman for all the wonders of life. But Buddy, your son looks like a geek. I'm just saying, if I had a kid, I wouldn't raise him to look like he'd get bullied at school. He looks like one of them kids that goes, well, actually, that's mathematically incorrect. Like, he looks like
He do. Hey, man, we're not supposed to bully Sherman, but he does look like that type of person that's like, well, actually, it's this. Like,
Well, actually, that's mathematically incorrect.
Like, he looks like the kid that reminds the teacher about homework. Like,
Miss, I believe we had an assignment due today.
anyway, we're told this dog invented a time machine and that this dog is so smart, he decides to think it's a good idea to send a kid to one of the most dangerous events in human history known as the French Revolution.
I love getting fat.
So basically, the French Revolution is the poor being fed up with the rich and revolting against them.
So you get the huzz?
What do you think?
I'm poor.
And seeing the rich enjoy the good life while they starve, they decide to rebel and fight.
The rich are getting fatter.
No.
I want to get fat.
I want diabetes.
My dream's to use Ozempic.
Wait.
But money doesn't buy happiness.
Boy, shut your dumb ass up.
So the brokey peasants decide to attack the Nepo baby rich, and all of this could have been avoided if they had some Wi-Fi and video games. Then Peabody gives Sherman shit for leaving his present, but it's like, dude, he's just a kid and you brought him here. This is your fault as the parent, so why are you giving him shit?
I'm allergic to poor people.
Damn, girl, we don't smell that bad.
Then the dog gets arrested and it's like, yeah, I'm sure it's the dog's fault. Y'all peasants are poor. And Peabody is off to get beheaded.
Shing.
And Sherman's traumatized, but the dog survives.
He's the main character? I thought this was my movie. How dare he?
And thanks.
the dog is the main character. It's not your movie. This might be a crazy pull, but was that Oliver Cromwell? Low-key, they look similar to me. That could be Oliver Cromwell. Y'all probably don't even know who that is because y'all don't pay attention in class for real.
He's the main character? I thought this was my movie. How dare he?
And thanks to plot armor, they get away. And Peabody explains it like a Sherlock Holmes wannabe, saying he calculated everything, knowing exactly what was going to happen. And that he even calculated the sunlight reflecting off of Sherman's glasses to distract the guard with enough time to grab a melon, which will make the dog escape. What? Who the hell leaves melons right where someone's about to get beheaded? Like, bruh, I'd rather him just say this is a dumb movie with no logic and that he can do whatever he wants. So grown-ass men chase after a dog and a kid.
Blah. I don't like this water.
That's not water, that's peasant shit. Man, I won't be surprised if Sherman gets extremely sick, because God knows what was inside that sewage water Sherman drank. And not only does the dog continue to put Sherman in life-threatening situations, but he also aura farms. Dang, you got your own men laughing at you? Talk about loyalty.
So the dog knocks him out and keeps aura farming. Haha, you missed.
I never miss. Okay, that line did go hard, but it would have been a lot harder if dude didn't look like a total nerd. And yo, look at—
Nah, bro, you hating, bro. That was aura. W aura. I never missed. You know what I'm saying? That's aura for real, for real. You thought he missed, but he didn't because he never misses. Aura. Aura, bro. That's aura.
I never miss. Okay, that line did go hard, but it would have been a lot harder if dude didn't look like a total nerd. And yo, look at their faces. It was at that moment that they knew they were never gonna see their families again and drown thanks to a dog. Because if you look closely at the scene, the guards are definitely dead. And even if you don't think that they're dead at that point, this dog purposely creates an explosion to escape, which would have killed the guards guaranteed.
True. They did.
Oh, that dog's a murderer.
And he nearly got Sherman killed for what? To teach him a lesson about you can't have your cake and eat it too? You do know a simple YouTube video about the French Revolution would have been enough, right? Then the film shows us that this dog knows how to make things invisible, and we're back to present day.
Just remember, you look like a geek. I'm so getting bullied.
Then Peabody decides it's a good idea to show the whole school that Sherman is adopted by a dog by stalling and giving him a dog whistle when he could have done this shit at home. Because guess what? The other students see it and they start talking shit.
I bet he's a fairy. Yeah.
That is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's like Mr. Peabody is so smart, but be doing the dumbest stuff. Isn't that how that works in real life? You could be so smart, but have no social awareness. Why would you drop him off yourself? You're a dog.
I bet he's a fairy. Yeah.
Then Sherman heads to class.
Who can tell me who this wrinkly elder is? He was the world's first performative male. George Washington.
Aw, look at him all happy, acting like a know-it-all nerd.
Oh, but the girl's not happy.
I wonder if bro's thinking, if I act like a know-it-all nerd teacher's pet, then girls in school will like me. When in reality, nobody likes a teacher's pet.
And what tree did his autistic ass cut down? Oh, pick me. Penny. A cherry tree. Fake news. Actually, he didn't cut down shit.
Oh, he is one of them kids.
Actually, he didn't do anything. Actually, he was gay.
What?
I don't know where that came from. That last part, I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. I'm sorry. He just chopped wood down. He didn't put wood in his mouth.
Actually, he didn't cut down shit.
Really?
And George Washington owned slaves, so I don't know why Penny's dumbass is talking about a fabricated story. Did ChatGPT tell you that?
That's so
Your
messed
ass
up.
got roasted.
And Penny hates his ass. You know, if Mr. Peabody was so smart, he should have taught Sherman nobody likes a smart-ass teacher's pet, but instead raised Sherman to look like a target. And oh my goodness, a Stephen Hawking lunchbox as your lunchbox? Bro, you are a geek. And also, didn't Wheelchair Man go to the Epstein Islands? Anyway, Sherman makes some friends and they deadass start talking about hydrogen atoms.
Guess we'll have to split it.
I'ma just say this, if I ever have kids, I'ma make sure they're the coolest kids in school. I don't care, whether they're dripped out to the max. Look, what I was most envious of growing up, like going to school, was like seeing other kids having their parents' second car because their parents just gave it to them and they just be like driving to school. So to me, if I ever have kids, I'm gonna make sure they drive like the coolest cars in high school. I don't care. Like, I don't care if they come home crying, being like, Dad, they're making fun of me because I'm rich. I'm like, yeah, they can keep complaining and stay poor. Like, that's what a parent is supposed to do, to give the best for their kid. Anyway,
They can keep complaining and stay poor is crazy. That is crazy. Chat, is that not crazy to say? They can keep complaining and stay poor. That's that's wild. That was wild, bro.
anyway, Penny decides to bully his ex.
But wait, is that the Asian? Oh, hello, Ring Ring. Konnichiwa, Shibar.
What's your nerdy ass eating? Well, my zaddy got me the sandwich. So you like doing whatever daddy says?
Yeah.
So you're a dog.
No, I'm not.
Your dad's a dog, so you're a female dog.
That's scientifically inaccurate.
Shut up, ho.
Okay.
So, doggy, go fetch. Eat on the floor like a good doggy.
Then the kids laugh at a sandwich on the ground, and I watch this like, what's funny about a sandwich on the ground? Like, they're pointing at it like, you see that? That's a sandwich.
Obey your master, doggy. Arf, arf.
Yo, how is there not a single teacher supervisor?
Nah, bro, that's messed up. The arf is like the cherry on top. That's too far. That's too far, bro. That's some different type of bullying.
Like, they're pointing at it like, you see that? That's a sandwich.
Obey your master, doggy. Arf, arf.
Yo, how is there not a single teacher supervising in the cafeteria? And if that wasn't enough, she steals his dog whistle, then blows on it like, blah.
Bullying's against school policy.
Shut up, ho.
Okay. And also, since Sherman put his lips on it as well, doesn't that mean he had an indirect kiss? Anyway,
Yes.
Penny keeps toying with Sherman, then puts his ass in a headlock, and hey, yo, that was actually a pretty good move. And Sherman isn't strong enough to get out of a girl's headlock, which could have easily been prevented if he just did 5 push-ups a day.
Bark for me. Bark for your master.
Yeah, Penny's gonna grow up liking submissive femboys for sure.
Then Peabody get brought to the principal.
And he thinks his son will need to skip some grades because he's so smart, but is instead told that he had a fight and bit one of his classmates. Now, I'm not saying Sherman should have done that, but if you keep calling someone a dog, you shouldn't be surprised if they act like one.
It's very ironic that he chose to bite somebody and the dad is a dog. Mr. Peabody probably hasn't bitten anyone, but the fact that Sherman bit somebody, it just looks horrible. It looks really bad on Mr. Peabody. It's like he's biting Sherman at home or something. I don't know.
Keep calling someone a dog, you shouldn't be surprised if they act like one.
Then the CPS Child Protector Service shows up looking like the
hate
villain
her.
from Harry Potter.
And she hates Peabody's ass and wants to take Sherman away from him. Sherman wouldn't do that for no reason.
She was being a bully.
Quiet. I know you lost your hairline, but you don't have to lie and lose your job. And speaking of hairlines, god damn, his forehead's
Huge.
And you know what? I appreciate Peabody for standing up for Sherman and defending him, because Asian parents would never do that shit. Bro, whenever the teacher said anything about me to my mom that just wasn't positive, my mom would be like, oh, okay, my son bad? My son bad? Oh, okay. And just drag my ass home and then beat the living shit out of me, bro. Then later, the dog confronts Sherman and asks what happened, and he's like, she called me a dog. And Peabody's looking super shocked, but it's like, really? Your scene is so smart you can build a time machine but get shocked that a kid got made fun of because their dad's a dog? Like, you seriously?
Is that Gandhi? Sherman met Gandhi, bro? Not gonna lie, that picture got aura. He look like a dweeb, but that picture do got aura. When the fuck did he meet Gandhi?
Shocked, but it's like, really? Your scene is so smart you can build a time machine but get shocked that a kid got made fun of because their dad's a dog? Like, you seriously didn't think that could happen? Like, I'm sure when you went to school you got made fun of for being a dog, but you're shocked that your kid got made fun of by association? What? Guess Peabody's just book smart and not street smart.
I love you, Daddy Beagle.
I have a deep regard for you as well. Ew, who the hell talks like that? If I'm Sherman, I'm never saying I love you to him again. Then Peabody gets flashbacks of core memories of Sherman, like teaching his fetus
to swim or playing piano with Beethoven or hanging out with Gandhi. As the movie tells us,
Wait.
the dog only
Is this the same person from earlier? Was that Buddha then? I don't know, bro. I mean, he met Gandhi when he was younger. Did he meet Gandhi more than once? I don't know, bro. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Was that Gandhi earlier or who was that?
hanging out with Gandhi. As the movie tells us, the dog only adopted Sherman because he saw his fetus ass abandoned on the street. Hey, yo,
Aw.
how are you an infant and you already wearing glasses? Do you know how blind you gotta be to wear that shit?
Oh, he blind.
Then this judge goes, why should your beagle breeding ass who has no testicles be able to adopt a boy? Because I can talk. Fair enough. And because Peabody is told Child Protective Services will monitor his behavior to see if he's fit to being a parent, the dog says, let me cook, and invites Penny and her family for dinner. Yo, Peabody is low-key Sherman's wingman, not gonna lie. Why the dog look like a nerd?
No.
Be nice.
She's a future Karen, whatever. Hello. Where's your manager?
Show her where you like to goon.
Follow me.
So Penny's dad is clearly a cat person that dislikes Peabody and is a workaholic, and Peabody tries teaching his kids some game.
You know I get no hugs. This is useless.
Don't you know that girls like nerds?
Yeah, the tall, good-looking ones. I'm Chop, sir.
I love your self-awareness. Just watch Mean Girls together or something.
Say another word and I'll make a bruise on myself and tell my parents you did it.
Oh,
Dang.
negative order.
And I just realized Peabody lives in a nice ass crib as he pretty much flexes his talents to try and win Penny's parents over. This a waste of time. Are you alright?
It's because he gave me a lot of back shots.
Then Peabody thinks he's fixed Felix going, I can fix it, and fixes the cat lover's back pain, and dude becomes a dog person. Wait, are we just gonna pretend we didn't see dudes?
Yo, what the f is going on? Why is his leg so far in the air? What was Peabody doing to him?
Wait, are we just gonna pretend we didn't see dudes' legs flying over like that?
Oh, Mr. Peabody got a nice ass view.
So Peabody wins Penny's family over while Penny confronts Sherman how he's such a know-it-all nerd. So he shows her the time machine to prove he's not a liar, and he thought it'd impress her.
So they do the time travel even when Peabody told Sherman ass not to.
Then later Sherman pulls up and tells his daddy Beagle that he left Penny's ass back in Egypt.
Oh, he want to take a shit.
Then Penny's parents start asking questions where their daughter is, so Peabody hypnotizes them. I did it because there's no logic in this film. So they both head to ancient Egypt to get Penny back, and somehow Penny is living her best life as a princess.
Yes, dinner.
Girl, you know you ain't no royalty.
And your hoe
What the fuck? Did he just say, yeah, dinner? That is absolutely hilarious. Why did you say that? Why did you say that, bro?
To get Penny back, and somehow Penny is living her best life as a princess.
Yes, dinner.
Girl, you know you ain't no royalty.
and your hoe ass looks broke. Girly, I do what I want.
Then we see Penny do the
Cultural appropriation.
Princesses don't get cancelled.
and we meet King Tutankhamun who be using slaves to walk around.
My boyfriend. If he wasn't king, he wouldn't be your boyfriend.
I like snow bunnies.
Girl, we know he's not your type. I do what I want. I like my man rich.
I don't think you know what you're doing.
Trust me, I'm getting everything.
She actually said that, by the way. I'm not making it up. She actually said, I know what I'm doing. I'm getting everything. So, hey, at least she's honest about it.
She the gold digger.
And when an official pulls up and explains once they're married and King Tut dies, he says it's tradition she'll be killed too and mummified next.
What the hell y'all talking about?
Then King Tut says the same thing, and
Oh, look at her face. She went from, yes, I'm taking all his money to, wait, I can't take his money and they're gonna take my organs out?
so she tries to bail, but it's too late, and the gold digger must proceed with the wedding.
Help me.
Ain't nobody saving you. Then we proceed to have some boring ass scenes of Peabody being an irresponsible parent, not really guiding Sherman when they're in dangerous situations. And unless you really like history, some of these scenes are just kind of predictable and boring because, yeah, they obviously escape. Like,
Who knew?
so when Penny has to do a blood oath, Peabody decides to change tradition. From now on, you cannot buy slaves.
That's so unfair. Why?
Instead, you'll introduce the 9 to 5 and pay them so little it's technically still slavery.
No.
And also, you cannot hit women for not cooking you dinner unless she says she's a vegan. What if I love beating my wife? Then just spank her ass in bed. Trust me, bro, they love that shit. And the duo ends up failing to trick the Egyptians, but they're able to save Penny from being mummified and heads back home. But on their way back home, they're suddenly unable to due to low battery and have to make a quick stop to Italy to fix it. And we're introduced to Leonardo DiCaprio and the woman behind Mona Lisa.
Leonardo, you can suck it. Didn't know Mona Lisa had a slong.
Then the artist asks,
What? Bro, what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about, bro? This might be his most wild video yet.
and the woman behind Mona Lisa.
Leonardo, you can suck it. Didn't know Mona Lisa had a slong.
Then the artist asks for Peabody's help because he struggles to make the Mona Lisa girl smile.
She's a crazy five head.
And what's weird is she does smile, but Leonardo's like, no, that's a fake smile, like a Mr. Beast. Then stop the yapping and say something funny. Then Peabody accidentally drops a painting while colliding with Sherman, then this happens. And what's dumb about the scene is that when she does the Mona Lisa pose, I'm looking at it like, I don't think she needed to laugh to pull that pose, so what was the point of making her laugh? Anyhow, as they're charging the time machine, Sherman unintentionally beats Peabody's ass.
Wow, you speak Korean?
이 씨발로 많이 뒤질래 그만해라.
Psst, smartass.
Thought you hated my nerdy ass, what's up?
You wanna me?
Okay. You folded under zero pressure. Then the two have some one-on-one playtime together and find Leonardo's flying machine.
And Penny uses the emotional manipulation to get what she wants, la.
So how do you take off? Oh, you gotta pull that right there. Hey, yo, look at her smile, bro. Damn, she is evil.
Good boy.
Oh.
She did it again. She called him a dog again. She liked that shit. She want a film boy. She want a submissive film boy. That's what she likes, bro.
Look at her smile, bro. Damn, she is evil.
Good boy.
Oh. Bro, any dude that Penny ends up with in the future is gonna lose his hairline quick. Cause they don't even have a parachute or any way to safely land, and she's celebrating like it's the 4th of July. Then deadass lets go of the plane, risking death just so that Sherman can try flying the plane.
I wanna do math. Stop being such a pussy and fly.
Then Sherman does some How to Train Your Dragon plot armor shit and magically learns how to fly right when he's on the brink of death, then pretty much has a romantic date with Penny, and it's a classic enemies to lovers story. And Sherman pulls up on Peabody to flex his flying skills.
I'm flying.
But you don't know how to fly, you're autistic.
I don't? No.
So Peabody kills bro's confidence, but thanks to plot armor, they're able to survive.
That's better than gooning.
As the Asians would say, you're a failure. And with the ship recharged, they head back home. And what should have been a quiet ride home, Penny's like,
Go talk to him.
so Sherman does his little, I'm sorry, and when Peabody lectures him, Penny butts in. You should mind your own business.
You should be happy he's not a loser after all. Yeah, I'm not a loser after all.
I don't know, bro. You definitely still look like one. You gotta start looks maxing with something. I'm not even making this up. I never heard of this film until you guys recommended it in the comments. And when I first searched it up and I saw the movie poster, I just went, yeah, I ain't about to do this shit.
You didn't know about Peabody and Sherman? Peak, bro? You didn't know about Peak? This was one of my favorite movies growing up. I've watched it over and over again. Hey, man, it might just be me, but I like the movie.
And I saw the movie poster, I just went, yeah, I ain't about to do this shit. Like, I'm not about to watch a movie about a bunch of nerds, all right? That's my initial thought. And for months and months, I was aware of this film, thanks to you guys, and I just didn't watch it. I'm telling you the truth. I was like, bro, they look like a bunch of nerds. I'm not gonna watch this film. It was only until recently, because of my sister. She's like, oh, I think you should watch it. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. And
W sister.
Anyway, Penny then says, if you're such a great parent, why is CPS trying to take Sherman away from you? Yo, the audacity. It's because of you. You bullied Sherman, and that's why this is happening.
It's
and
your
when Sherman
fault.
finds out about it, they simultaneously get sucked into a black hole. So while the Beagle Daddy's trying to save them from dying, Sherman acts super out of character and lashes out because Peabody didn't tell him. And honestly, this isn't something he should be mad about because Peabody didn't tell him to protect his feelings. And even if Sherman knew, what's Sherman gonna do about it? Sit. You think I'm a furry or some shit? I'm not a dog. Don't get mad at me because your parents left for the milk.
He said that? No, he didn't. Bro, you're gaslighting me right now. You're so convincing. I don't think he said that. I don't know. I'm confused, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Get mad at me because your parents left for the milk? Yo, when Sherman made this face, I actually started laughing because why does dude look so goofy? And they survive, obviously, and the trio head to the Trojan War, this time 1184 BC. And me personally, when I saw Sherman suddenly acting rebellious and out of character, which resulted in them going on another adventure, it just felt unnatural and that the film forced it and felt like a lazy attempt to delay going back home to make the film story longer. Because honestly, a few scenes of this Trojan arc was pretty boring and felt like a filler episode. Then Peabody and Penny pulls up.
It smells like y'all soaked in your own
I haven't showered in 3 years. Now, they make a lot of noise, but apparently the enemy are all deaf because they can't hear him, and despite the dog telling him not to go to war, Sherman goes anyway. But when he enters the battlefield, dude immediately folds and shits himself so bad he uses the dog whistle to call his daddy Beagle for help.
And by the time Sherman's know the ass is saved, suddenly Penny is now in danger.
So by becoming the Sherlock Holmes wannabe while defying logic, Peabody finds a way to get into the Trojan horse again and saves Penny, but because her dress gets stuck and the horse starts to fall, Peabody makes sure the two kids get to safety, even if it means he falls in the process.
Zaddy Beagle? No! Zad! I'm so sad now. But dogs only live for 15 years. So he was gonna die anyway.
Okay, Penny didn't actually say that, but what she actually said was,
just as bad if I'm being honest. It was pretty bad.
What do I do now?
What did she say? What did she say, bro? I forgot. You said some messed up stuff. How could it get worse than that?
She actually said was just as bad if I'm being honest. It was pretty bad.
What do I do now? There's nothing you can do. Guess who's an orphan again?
So she pretty much said, "Aw, you're sad that your dad died? Cry all you want because there's nothing you can do."
No, yo, why are you being so mean right now? KC, I don't know if she said that, but damn, that's so messed up. You've been making her the real mean girl of this movie. I thought by this time they was friends.
Orphan again.
So she pretty much said, "Aw, you're sad that your dad died? Cry all you want because there's nothing you can do about it. You can't do shit." Wow, such comforting words. But Sherman says screw it and goes to the past where he currently exists, which isn't allowed in order to meet Peabody for help. So as we see Peabody entertaining the parents again, this time Sherman and Penny pull up and explain to Peabody what's going on and that he's dead in the future. Then suddenly the other Sherman pops up. And Peabody says if Sherman keeps touching himself, it'll break the space-time continuum, which pretty much means a lot of bad shit gonna go down. So when they try distracting the parents so that the other Sherman won't be seen, Harry Potter villain on steroids pulls up. And is CPS even allowed to enter another person's house like that uninvited? And when Peabody tries hypnotizing her, it fails to work on her but works on Sherman instead. So the adults find out there's another Sherman, then the other Peabody shows up. "Sherman, don't touch yourself." Sherman goons at home. "My ass has seen enough." And thanks to CPS, Sherman touches himself. Touching himself so hard, dude ends up passing out.
Pause.
And even though it was Harry Potter villain on steroids' fault, she blames the dog and drags Sherman by force.
Ouch, you're hurting me. Stop.
Chat, y'all see that? Y'all see that?
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the
She might be the villain, but she got that thing on her. God damn, chat. I'm just saying, bro. They don't draw them like this no more.
Ouch, you're hurting me. Stop.
So Peabody ends up biting her like a good boy.
And now Pink Lady has an excuse
Bad
to
boy.
call the cops on Peabody to put him down.
Now maybe it's just me, but there's no way CPS just drags another kid by force. Surely there's a step-by-step process for this. And Peabody, realizing he's absolutely cooked, just starts running away to the time machine, getting away from everyone else. But when they try to go back in time, they fail because Sherman touched himself, and because there's a split in the space-time continuum, a bunch of historical figures from the past come to the present instead. Huh? What evil beast are you?
I am a carrot.
I got a boner, I love her. Now, I really enjoyed the first half of this film, thinking it's peak cinema and extremely underrated with the bullying scene because I've never even heard of this film. But towards the end, it was kind of too chaotic, messy, and a little bit cheesy. Because Sherman becomes a Naruto wannabe doing a big speech talking about how you can't take Peabody away because I'm a dog too. And somehow gets every other historical figure and Penny's family to say they identify as a dog as well.
This is pretty cringe.
I'm a dog too. I'm a dog too.
I'm a dog
I'm hella
too.
fruity.
I'm a dog too.
Then Sherman gets the girl, even though in real life this would never happen and dude will still get bullied by Penny. You're all furries that goon to dogs. Then George Washington says Peabody's exempt from the law so he can't get put down, and the film takes a shot at Bill Clinton as he says, well, I've done worse. You know what's crazy? George Washington actually owned slaves and he's considered the good guy, but Bill Clinton is the bad guy here and gets shots taken at from the film for cheating. Okay, movie.
Then Pink Lady get the karma and get smashed by a rock.
And Sherman suggests we can fix all of this by going to the future. And yeah, that's literally the climax of the film, which was pretty underwhelming, not gonna lie. So they travel to the future and every historical figure goes back to said timeline.
Then Big Boy take the big girl to make big babies.
He stole her.
Come on, little nerd. No, my femboy.
And yeah, this scene was too predictable. Like, the movie is called Peabody and Sherman. Did the director really think we would think they were dead? And Penny celebrates. She gets her
Femboy for I ginger man.
Then we get a full circle moment of Sherman heading off to class again. I love you, Sherman.
I have a deep regard for you as well, dirty dog.
Then they have a wholesome hug, Peabody's all happy, and the film ends with Penny pulling up, ready to ruin Sherman's life.
Over the hedge explained by an Asian.
My tail's tingling.
Oh. Is what?
My tail tingles when I don't like something.
It's an STD, you should get checked out.
I'm just zesty.
The movie begins with a scamming, manipulative, greedy, human food-loving raccoon that's all alone because he only cares about himself. But he's also ballsy, I'll give him that, because he decides to steal from a hibernating bear just because he couldn't get his hands on a packet of chips. And what starts with stealing a couple of bags of chips, which would have been more than enough, seeing the bear stash, this greedy ass only wants more.
Yo, imagine being that close from a bear and still deciding to steal from it. Then the raccoon proceeds to be as loud as possible, making ping pong sounds, jumping on a bunch of plastic, being loud as hell, and the bear still doesn't wake up.
Oh, he knows he's got the plot armor.
Just take what you need. And he steals the whole thing.
Still, one of the dumbest decisions ever. But that's something I would expect from a coon. Let's just be honest, bro. That's something a coon would do.
So this raccoon's named RJ, and how in the hell did he get his hands on a life raft? So the bear had a life raft in his food stash?
What a weird bear.
And RJ continues to make a bunch of noise and the bear doesn't wake up, but then when seeing a Pringles wannabe chips, dude still goes for it despite having a mountain of food.
I guess
Greedy.
RJ just represents every gambling addict ever. Like, no matter how much you win, it's just never enough and you always want more.
So using a coffee cup and sleight of hand, the gambling addict gets the chips too and opens it. The hell?
Oops.
Didn't I eat your parents?
Huh?
Is that my food? Say goodbye to your genitals. Yummy. I'm just trying to feed my family. Aren't you alone and a virgin? Sorta, yes. Then bro accidentally
know that?
puts himself in generational debt, letting a shit ton of food that can feed a whole bear fall out of the cave that gets smashed by a truck.
So the raccoon is screwed.
But using his negotiating skills, he convinces the bear he will get it all back, so the bear gives him exactly 1 week or else he's dead. 1 week is crazy.
알았어.
Fail and I'll eat your balls first. Yeet. And to make matters worse, he ends up getting the chips he needed that would have prevented him stealing from the bear.
You mad, bro? You mad?
So bro's hungry, homeless, and now in debt.
So pretty much this is the equivalent of a dude owing money to a loan shark. And if you don't pay within a week, the loan shark is going to kill you.
But then seeing some ads that has the items he needs, RJ discovers a suburb nearby that has all the food he needs, so he starts formulating his genius plan. Wait, do y'all see these prices? 2 packet of chips for $1.29? Damn, look what they took from us. Thanks a lot, inflation.
Thanks a lot, COVID. I know inflation has something to do with it, but COVID jacked everything up, bro. Walmart is not 24/7 no more. Think about that. Y'all don't understand how good we used to have it back in the day.
Prices? 2 packet of chips for $1.29? Damn, look what they took from us. Thanks a lot, inflation.
The next morning.
I have no aura. Then we're introduced to this loser who gets no turtle huzz as he starts admiring the nature around him going,
Wow, cause he gay.
Everybody wake up.
I'm gonna nut. Think I have
What?
HIV.
and we're introduced to the gang. So we have group leader.
What just happened, bro? So much just happened. Is that why he got HIV? They've been... Is that how we catch it?
Everybody wake up.
I'm gonna nut. Think I have HIV.
And we're introduced to the gang. So we have group leader who's a baldy with no aura that gets scared but has a good heart. Then there's the porcupine family who has a bunch of kids because the dad doesn't know how to pull out. And meet Nutflash because he's fast like the Flash and nuts quick. Then there's a father-daughter possum family, but there's no mom because she left they ass for the milk. And the dad's the
Drama queen, always playing dead cause he watched too many K-drama.
so the daughter is high-key embarrassed of him. Then we got Stella the skunk who's like,
I don't need no man, I'm her.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. When I was growing up, this skunk was bad to me, bro. Her little southern accent, I don't know what it was about her, but she was just bad. Am I a dirty nigga? Probably, but this skunk did look good. This skunk looked good as fuck.
Then we got Stella the skunk who's like,
I don't need no man, I'm her.
and gives the whole sassy in-your-face attitude even when others are just trying to help.
I love it.
Nutflash, seeing something wrong, tries reporting it to the leader, but you can tell this dude is sick of his shit and ignores him. So these woodland NPCs have a mission every year, which is to fill up the log with enough food for winter hibernation. And cause RJ overhears this, he decides to use them as his slaves to gather food for the bear.
There's this great wall of bush, follow me.
That nut is an idiot.
And what's funny about this scene is the turtle sees the hedge only when he's right in front of it. Like, buddy, at that size, you should have seen it at least 50 meters ago.
What, are you blind?
And seeing there is no end on both sides, RJ keeps stalking them while the woodland NPCs treat the bush like a god.
What do you want? Egg fried noodle?
So group leader says he'll check it out only to trip and lose more aura doing so, and Bodhi gets absolutely traumatized seeing stone statues of slave turtles or insects getting cooked and dying. But wait a minute, don't turtles eat insects? So why is this fake fraud getting all shocked from a dead insect? Like, buddy, you eat insects. So what we humans consider a nice peaceful suburb is what this Bodhi turtle would consider the gates of hell, as he's gonna tell all the other woodland NPCs the story like he survived World War III, when all he did was just enter a nice white suburb for less than 5 minutes. Wait, is she calling while driving while holding a coffee on her other hand? Look what they took from us.
I was tortured. They played with my life like I was in North Korea.
What's in North Korea?
I don't know, but we'll never go there.
Then RJ shows up like a smooth operator and asserts his dominance and tells the NPCs the Baldy's being a drama queen by giving them human shit and explains while they were hibernating, people built houses everywhere except their area. Wait a minute, so the math is not mathing because they said it takes 274 days to fill up an entire log, which means they have less than 100 days to hibernate, right? So you're telling me in 100 days, people built an entire suburb of houses when the average home takes around 8 months to 12 months to build? That don't make any sense. Anyway, RJ convinces them that what would normally take 274 days to fill up an entire log, he says he can do that in under a week. But group leader is not happy. RJ's more alpha, so he decides to tell them to piss off and that they're not interested. And although the others like RJ's proposal, Baldy goes,
My tail's tingling.
Oh. His what?
My tail tingles when I don't like something.
It's an STD, you should get checked out.
I'm just zesty.
So RJ's like, alright, then opens a bag of chips, and I know this is an exaggeration, but this scene actually made me crave chips, I'm not gonna lie. And hey, yo, why they all looking like they just got cracked? Like, yo, look at the porcupine dad twitching his head and shit.
Yeah, who's a good boy? You take it so well.
Yo, Korean, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. Why did you just say that, bro? This dude is crazy. He really just said that. He really just said that. What?
Yeah, who's a good boy? You take it so well.
What is that? And they looking at RJ like he discovered the crack
Cocaine.
And just like that, he convinces them to go through the Great Wall of Bush and he shows them the good life.
You not alpha, I'm alpha.
Only bottom betas say that kind of shit. Wow, Baldy is a drama queen. And they finally encounter the humans as we're introduced to Gladys, aka Evil Karen. Now Gladys is the president of the Homeowners Association, which is another fancy way of saying she's unemployed and makes no money. Then RJ gives some words of wisdom saying if a human ever sees you, lick your privates and you'll be fine. I'm not trying to be funny, he actually tells them to lick your genitals when confronted by a human. He actually says that. Then RJ explains like an expert why Americans are so fat. It's because they have unlimited food, like how they worship the food or exercise so they can eat more food, and even shows them how the food from the trash is better than whatever food they were collecting in the woods. Wait, so you're telling me RJ knew all of this, and instead of stealing from the humans at a suburb, he decided to steal from a bear? What are you, dumb? RJ's a gambling addict confirmed. Man, what is this dude doing? Did he just sniff a diaper then tried eating it? Like, if your sense of smell is that bad that you can't tell the difference you're holding a diaper layered in poop, why even bother sniffing it in the first place? And just when it's a done deal that everyone's willing to work with RJ, the cat shows up, alerting the humans, and she go cray-cray. Yo, how much you want to bet she doesn't use plastic straws because she wants to save the turtles or tell her friends she's on a plant-based vegan diet to show that she's a good person? But when she actually sees the animals, she goes, kill them turtles, kill all animals, they all need to die.
Not gonna lie, let's be honest here. If you seen all these animals over here going through your trash can and just standing here, you telling me you wouldn't be scared?
How much you want to bet she doesn't use plastic straws because she wants to save the turtles or tell her friends she's on a plant-based vegan diet to show that she's a good person? But when she actually sees the animals, she goes, kill them turtles, kill all animals, they all need to die. And what's even funnier is when the animals see the human, before she attacked, they deadass all tried licking their own balls.
Ew.
And because of the attack, the Baldy gets to say, I told you so, and gets everyone else to go against him. And later, when RJ sleeps, he gets attacked by the bear. No. Now, the next day, RJ sees the cookies and the red wagon he needs for the bear, and seeing the woodland NPCs genuinely depressed because they got a taste of the good life and now they're back to eating tree bark, RJ comes up with a different approach.
Wow.
Just look at him struggling to eat that shit and lying that it's good.
Yo, that turtle fake.
So RJ shows up, but this time he uses a sob sad victim story talking about how his family got slaughtered by a weed hacker. And we have no idea if it's true or not, but the woodland NPCs feel bad for him and want RJ to stay.
What a load of shit.
It's fine, I'll leave. And by using the emotional manipulation, RJ gets to stay, so he shows some fake love and quickly uses Nut Flash to steal the wagon cookies. Yeah, you like that shit? Oh, psych.
But I like the cookie.
Grown-ass squirrel, by the way. I like the duality of how he can look horny, freaky, and cute. Anyway, they target the Girl Scout cookies, so RJ turns Nut Flash into crack addict look-alike, then he approaches the girls who start freaking out when they think he got rabies.
Rabies.
And suddenly, not a single person in this film gives a shit about animals or animal rights. Like, dude just wants some food, and in return, he got a death sentence. Then Baldy's nosy ass tries to help, but only ends up helping RJ as he gets butt-ass naked, which freaks out the girls, so they run away, and RJ gets the cookies. Damn, DreamWorks, y'all out here showing us turtle cheeks? For free?
That is how you create the 40s. No wonder Gen Z is cooked.
I don't know how to respond to that. I genuinely have no idea how to respond to that. Does he have a point? Do y'all like fucking animals, chat? Be honest with me. Did that turtle look thick? Let's replay a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Would y'all crack that turtle? Be honest. I need honest answers, bro.
That is how you create the 40s. No wonder Gen Z is cooked.
Wow, your shit is micro. Now, I'm not sure why RJ gave him a cookie to cover up because there's
Nothing to cover up.
So RJ leaves Bodhi's ass because he don't give a shit about him, then seeing humans approaching, he hides and eavesdrops.
Go watch Coco Melon or some shit. Thanks, Mom. I don't want animals near my latte. Do you know how much I spend to put Asians and Hispanics off this neighborhood? I don't want animals too. Whatever. What'd you say, ho?
And as the woodland NPCs all get a taste of some processed sugar, MSG, and diabetes-making chemicals, RJ practically made them addicts that will do anything to get more while preventing Nutflash from drinking caffeine.
So we get the highlight montage of theft.
And I'm totally with them when it comes to stealing food because it's food, but stealing a kid's video game console is crazy. Like, you just know some kid waited all year till Christmas to get that console, and now he's gonna be miserable for weeks and get nagged by his parents. Now, what's funny is the total amount of food RJ needs for the bear is probably less than $1,000, and despite them stealing food, which is just a minor inconvenience to humans, Gladys wants them all murdered over stolen food. Then we see this scene, which leaves me some questions, like how does one enter a cake and breathe and chill inside it while the cake still looks perfectly normal? Anyway, they steal a TV, which is also crazy, and Gladys is disgusted by how the neighborhood looks and calls for an exterminator. Wait, if they're stealing plenty of good food, why bother going through all the garbage bins as well? Guess it's the animals' way of saying F you for destroying the forest and turning them into houses. Meanwhile, Bodhi can tell RJ is taking over as the new leader, making him feel incompetent and jelly, as RJ sees the last item he needs to complete the list that he owes the bear.
Opa!
And Daddy Possum puts on a show.
Mommy, can I eat it? No.
And using Daddy Possum as a distraction, the animals successfully steal the last item RJ needs.
What if these pests ruin my coffee?
Then the others leave Bodhi because they don't give a shit about him as we're introduced to the exterminator. And dude looks like a geek with a receding hairline who plays video games all day eating
Pizza. Where is your hairline?
Calm down. I'll go to Turkey. Then RJ gives the signal and Daddy Possum gets away.
Kill that disgusting thing.
Toodaloo. And we learn this exterminator is actually an animal freak that loves doing his job, which is killing them.
Oh, he's the woodland Jeffrey Dahmer.
And when Bodhi gets back, he sees Daddy Possum celebrated as his daughter's finally proud of him, and RJ is celebrated too, with the whole gang respecting and fully embracing him as their new leader. And this Jeff Bezos looking ass gets pissed, and he's so jealous he decides to act out of spite.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never realized that this turtle looked like Jeff Bezos. He kind of looked like Jeff Bezos, low key, bro. What the heck?
And he's so jealous he decides to act out of spite. Now, as a thank you for changing their lives, they make RJ his own little crib and tells him it's his new home now, and watching TV together, the guilt finally kicks in. And bro starts feeling bad because he knows he'll abandon them and take all the food to the bear. But the food's gone. You know, I'm actually surprised RJ decided to pay the bear back because bro could have just hopped in the back of a truck for a couple of days and would have never seen that bear ever again. Anyway, Bodhi gives the food back out of pure jealousy, saying it's because they angered the humans. But buddy, giving the food back now isn't going to change their minds about the exterminator, and also that turtle didn't even take part in stealing a single thing, so dude has no right to just do whatever he wants with the food when he took no part in getting that food.
But the turtle gets the karma and gets his ass motorboated.
Then RJ tries getting away but triggers a dog.
Oh yeah, I'm Bobby.
And how is it that the dog can't talk or communicate to the others even in the animal world? So the film's saying dogs are seen as dumb not just to humans but to animals as well? And for comedic effect, the food they gathered is used to destroy Gladys's car.
Oh, let me speak to your manager.
Then RJ and Bodhi falls and somehow they don't die.
Where's my chips?
I returned it.
What?
Hell?
That's why you have no hair.
You're such a jealous ass turtle.
You think you better than us because we don't need tree bark?
RJ's just using you.
And look at RJ's face. He's like, shit, he's right.
He just wants you for food.
You just mad he can do things you never could.
Great, you happy now? This
Things like what? I don't know. That's open for interpretation. What does she mean by that? What can he do that the turtle can't do?
just wants you for food.
You just mad he can do things you never could.
Great, you happy now? This stupid ass dumbasses just worship you. Oh shit.
I'm not stupid.
And the NPCs turn against him. You know what's funny? Bodhi calls Nutflash stupid, then dude shakes his head all shocked like, oh, I didn't say that. Bruh, just own up to it. You obviously meant what you said, so why are you acting all shocked for, huh?
Like you're my slaves. Wait. Slaves.
You bold and ugly.
So RJ's the new leader and Jeff Bezos is depressed. Hey yo, this photo is hilarious. Just look at his salty ass. Oh, he is a hater. That turtle hates RJ. Now, RJ accepts his fate that dude's gonna die in the morning, and when he checks out the neighbors, the Terminator has set up all sorts of traps to kill them. And this includes installing an illegal device that is banned for being too inhumane.
Damn.
And Gladys, knowing full well it's illegal, got it installed anyway.
Animals deserve to die.
So RJ accepts that he's cooked, but because Bodhi needs to get on everyone's good side to be accepted into the family again, Jeff Bezos is on full kiss ass mode and admits he'll steal food if it means he can be accepted again. So when RJ discovers Gladys is having a big party with all the food needed to give to the bear, bro's back in the game, so he gets everyone to give Bodhi another chance.
I'm sorry.
And apparently that's good enough because they all hug and embrace his ass. And like a true gambler,
that's what you call family, chat. They accept you for you and all your flaws, bruh. That's what you call family and friends.
And like a true gambling addict, RJ plans to make it all back in one night. And RJ executes his plan. So they'll first disarm all the triggers, then we'll take the cat's collar, which acts as the key to get inside the house.
And how in the hell we gonna do that?
Through you. You will seduce him. So they give her ass a makeover, shaving her bush, dyeing her bush, and Bodhi puts a cork up her ass.
Owie.
And what do you know? She looks like a fancy rat now. Meanwhile, this dude just be harassing people's stuff on their property because he got nothing better to do. And RJ gets Flash Nut to disable the triggers, but this processed sugar addicted nut can't help himself.
I got cookie.
Yo, maybe Nut Flash really is stupid, chasing the laser like a kid, but he disables the alarm and the catfish skunk tries seducing the cat.
Meow.
Move along, you homeless trash. Man, you kinda cute. And you dirty and stinky, you disgusting filth.
Filth.
Listen, fat ass, you look like all you eat is Popeye chicken wings.
I bet your blood pressure 200, you fat shit.
No one talks to me like that. I like it. First of all, let's make something clear. I don't care who you are, unless you have a humiliation kink, no one finds that attractive, alright? Whether you're a guy or a girl, and I believe it goes both ways, alright? The screaming, the yelling, being all disrespectful, that's not attractive, alright? Whether you're a guy or a girl, and I'm sure girls feel the same way, you don't want to be spoken to like that.
Exactly, chat. Y'all don't want to be spoken to like that. Why do y'all like stuff like that, bro? I see y'all comments. Y'all be like, I want to get stepped on. I want somebody to slap me. What's going on with y'all, chat?
All disrespectful, that's not attractive, alright? Whether you're a guy or a girl, and I'm sure girls feel the same way, you don't want to be spoken to like that, ever. Anyway, so Skunk takes the cat somewhere private, then the crew pulls up, Skunk gives the collar because they get busy. And we pretty much get the refrigerator commercial. And when the crew splits up, Porcupine Kid turns on the TV. What was that? Really? You don't know the sound of your own TV? Okay.
Here, just feel my titties.
Then they install a camera in Gladys's room to check in case she wakes up, and the Woodland NPCs get to work. And the film shows us they practically took the entire night to steal all the food. But don't most robberies take place in under 30 minutes? So this might be the longest robbery ever. Now Gladys gets out of bed because she needs her morning ice spice latte, and even though RJ has enough where I'm sure the bear won't kill him, bro's convinced he needs the Pringles wannabe chips to complete everything on the list.
We have enough, let's bail.
No, I'm greedy, it's never enough. And at this point, RJ could have just said, everyone leave and I'll catch up with you guys later and get the chips himself, but instead he selfishly used the animals for a packet of crisps when he didn't need to. And if anything, the daughter possum gets caught because of RJ's Pringle wanting plan. So if RJ just told them to go home instead of telling him,
Yo, she booted her. Hey, bro, relatable. Cause if I seen a possum in my house, I might kick that too. Let's be real. I might kick it too. We all would. Y'all be trying to cap and say, oh my God, save the animals. If y'all seen a possum in your house, you might kick it. That's your first response.
and if anything, the daughter possum gets caught because of RJ's Pringle wanting plan. So if RJ just told them to go home instead of telling them to look out, everyone would have been fine.
Disgusting shit. Let me speak to the exterminator.
But luckily, the daughter possum's just fine. Are you sure you're okay? Your beatings are way worse. And when RJ's so close to getting it, Bodhi keeps pulling his tail, so RJ crashes out. Boy, I've been using you as slaves to get food to feed a bear.
What?
Then he gets the chips, but falls in the process, which alerts the Karen, so now they're cooked. Hey, yo, what were these two doing? Dude out here looking like he cracked some skunk cheeks. Alright, I'm leaving your nasty ass.
Mama? Mama?
Really? You out here screaming over a girl? Come on, bro. Skunk cheeks can't be that good. Then we see Gladys's worst nightmare come true.
Ah! I blow my asshole.
Now, I've met girls who are scared of pigeons and crash out over a cockroach, so seeing two possums and a skunk, yeah, her reaction is pretty valid.
Rest in peace
Told
for
you.
a sense of smell.
Then White Garfield says he can't smell shit, so Catfish sees it as a match made in heaven. Then RJ escapes with the chips and the food, and the poor animals get trapped as the exterminator comes through, and they all get catfished by a window and all get caught. Yeah.
Oh, you stink. I'll have to bathe for a week.
We should release them to the wild.
Are you crazy? I want them skinned to make my coat.
Then Baldy sees RJ from a distance taking all the food, and yo, how did RJ take the food wagon from the suburb street and go all the way up there and not get caught?
Just a dumb movie, I guess.
Zad, what was mom like?
She a deadbeat.
My tail was right. I'm a baldy with no aura.
So RJ delivers the food to the bear, and the bear shows him what he's done to make him realize how horrible he is. All your woodland friends are gonna get molested by Peter. So
What?
RJ self-reflects and decides to change his mind last minute, taking the whole food stash with him to purposely hit the car and knock the exterminator out cold.
What a waste of food.
And RJ comes back for them, which makes Baldy happy, but the others not so much.
I let you shove a cork up my butthole and you just gonna stand there like it's nothing?
Then the bear shows up and the kids take over the wheel, and when I was young, I thought playing car video games had nothing to do with actual driving, but when it comes to driving straight on the road, it's actually pretty accurate. Now RJ tries getting in the car, but immediately gets yeeted out because the others do not trust him.
Oh, yeah.
Then the NPCs start arguing if they should let him in or not.
Y'all better shut the hell up or I'll beat your ass. He started it.
Then Baldy says his tail doesn't tingle, so they go, oh, and lets him in, and after driving into balloons, the bear gets caught in them and gets flown away. And this is where I felt bad for Gladys, because she just wanted a clean neighborhood, but ends up getting a truck destroying her house. Like, how do you even explain this to the insurance company? So does the exterminator have to pay for it? Because my goodness, that home is destroyed. And when they thought they got away, the bear shows up, so on one side, you got the bear trying to eat them, and on the other, you got Gladys and Hairline trying to murder them. And with a little bit of caffeine consumed by Flash Nut, bro is so fast already that with a bit of caffeine, the world stops spinning and Nut can pause time and do whatever he wants. Kinda reminds me of the Quicksilver scene in X-Men, but cause this movie was released first, shouldn't that mean X-Men copied DreamWorks for this scene? Anyway, Nut Flash sets up all the traps so everyone is safe and unharmed except the bear, Gladys, and Hairline, as they get a taste of the illegal shit Gladys installed. Y'all can't have kids no more.
Karma. Well,
Yo, look at them. They love this shit.
not really karma, because technically RJ is the villain here. In this whole story, RJ is the villain. But Gladys, I just didn't like her. I don't know what it was about her. I just didn't like her. So karma. Clark it.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Yo, look at them. They love this shit. And god damn. Yo, Gladys be looking like one of them Barbie dolls that got her hair pulled out by a toddler.
Please, I'll get cracked in prison.
Well, you had it coming, Garen.
I'm just a girl. Sick. Ow.
So the bear heads to animal control, Gladys goes to prison for unlawful use of illegal devices in her yard, and Hairline runs away only to get mauled by the neighbor's dog. Then the woodland animals do their dancey dance, as it's confirmed Nut Flash is autistic. And the cat decides to leave his good life behind for a skunk in the woods cause he horny. At least I don't gotta use protection. As the movie ends with RJ being accepted as part of the family.
What are we gonna do for food?
This how many times I nutted in the cave.
So RJ goes back to getting food from vending machines, but why? You trained a whole group to be stone cold thieves. So just move to another suburb and start over.
Boss baby explained by an Asian.
Who's mama's favorite? You are. Y'all don't love me. So he's better in every way. He carries a briefcase.
And you're gonna carry trauma. We just want you to know that you'll never be good enough.
I'm not enough?
The movie began with a 7-year-old named Tim Templeton.
And he imagines his parents as monkeys cause he
The fuck?
Tim what? Tim Templeton? Yeah, his parents hated him. His parents hated him. Why the hell did they name him that?
imagines his parents as monkeys cause he
The 40.
Just kidding. The film does a great job showing how imaginative every kid is like at that age, and kind of makes me sad that eventually we all lose this version of ourselves and can no longer have fun with our own imagination.
So Tim's useless ass can't even ride a tricycle.
But he has very loving parents as he explains how perfect his world
His
is, being
mama
the only
thick.
child and receiving all their love and attention. Now, we're told both his parents work in marketing at a company named Puppy Co. So does that mean they got together while they were working together as colleagues?
Oh, the gossip must be crazy. Naughty, naughty.
Then Tim keeps flexing his awesome childhood that he gets 3 stories, 5 hugs, and a special song every night. But I bet $20 when he grows up, he's gonna be singing rap music that he's from the streets when bro was raised in a suburb of loving parents. Wait, he gets 5 hugs every day from his parents? Must be nice, man. Must be nice.
How'd you like to have a baby brother? Ew, gross.
Your Tim's like, baby brother. Yeah, right. I'm clearly more than enough. Get the hell out of my face with that.
But the dad already nutted.
Wait, why bother asking him if he doesn't even have a choice? I hate when parents pretend to act like they care about the kid's opinion. It's like, you're gonna do what you want anyway. Like, I remember my mom saying, oh, we immigrated because of you. We came here because of you. And I'm like,
No, you didn't. You came because you wanted to go there. Like, don't put this on me. You never asked me if I wanted to go or immigrate. You didn't care. And plus, when we did immigrate and I said I hated it here, I want to go back, you didn't listen to me. You didn't care. So I think when parents say like, "Oh, we do this because of you,"
trauma dumping?
they pretend to
Trauma
care.
dumping?
They don't care. They're just gonna do whatever they want anyway.
Then we're shown this is where babies come from, like they're built from some factory in China, which is just a flat out lie. And this film confirms there's only 2 genders, which would actually trigger someone so bad they would try to cancel this film if this was released in 2026. Then the film jokes that the baby could have gotten a blinky up his ass, but bro's like, hell nah, I'm straight. Imagine if someone called the baby homophobic because he didn't want a blinky up his ass. So apparently they have a device that dictates where you end up in life depending on if you're ticklish or not. And because this baby ain't ticklish, he gets sent to management, which pretty much means bro's gonna be a slave for life. Well, at least he gets a nice watch, man. That 2-tone Jubilee looking nice. So this baby's now a finance bro slaving away with the other baby slaves.
Then one morning, as Tim plays with himself, he see a damn baby come out of taxi with a nice suit dancing to the Gangnam Style.
And that's when little Tim finds out dude's not the parent's favorite anymore. We found your replacement. And Tim goes from getting all the parents' love and attention to practically 0, and all the firstborn eldest child will completely relate to this.
So I have a younger sister and she's clearly the favorite in the family. Like I clearly saw a lot of favoritism for her growing up. And I think growing up, when I saw that, it did make me realize like, damn, like maybe they had her because I clearly wasn't enough. Like when I was born, they were like, yeah, no, this ain't it. We need another one. And then when my sister was born, they're like, yup, that's perfect. That's the one. We're good now.
Are you okay? It look like you're smiling, but is there something you need to tell us? He's been doing a lot of trauma dumping in this video. KC, are you good? This is a safe space. You can talk to me. I promise I will listen.
That's perfect. That's the one. We're good now.
Maybe they wanted a boy
And the film
and
does a
girl.
great job portraying how the parents' decisions and choices can have an effect on their children as well. Like Tim never asked for any of this, and now he's getting lack of sleep, more stress, and sudden withdrawal of his
Why did
parents'
he zoom
affection
in
when
on
he
his
didn't
butt?
do anything wrong.
Daddy, I can't sleep.
No one asked you. And to any of you who are the eldest child watching this, comment below your stories of when you realized your sibling was clearly favored more than you. Hey, yo, putting the baby's photos on top of Tim's photo is crazy. That's
That
just
is
the parent
crazy.
straight up saying, we hate you now. Then the film keeps showing us baby's ass cheeks, and it's just like, yo, I'm good. I do not want to see any of that, please. And eventually we got Tim straight up hating on his brother looking like Incrediboy. And during the family dinner, Tim is pissed and confronts his family about it.
Who's mama's favorite? You are. Y'all don't love me. So he's better in every way. He carries a briefcase.
And you're gonna carry trauma. We just want you to know that you'll never be good enough.
I'm not enough.
And despite his parents showing
Damn.
Bro got replaced, his innocent ass still expects a bedtime story and a special song. But nope, his parents would rather sleep to let him know that they don't give a shit about his ass.
They don't love you anymore.
But hearing strange noises, Tim finds out the baby can talk like a grown ass man. Yeah, you should have seen his face. I took his parents and I'm gonna get rid of him.
Supplies.
Shiba no. And once the baby realizes he's exposed, he quits the baby act and throws money around calling himself the boss. And he says, stay out of my way or there's gonna be problems.
Do you know who my father is?
You mean my father? You've been replaced and they don't love you anymore. They're mine. Now get lost before I start crying. And the next morning, Tim decides to record the baby's man voice to expose him to his parents, then decides to identify as the
Asian so he can play ninja, but instead Tim just rooking racist.
Then we're introduced to more babies who are pretty much boss babies' little goons. So we got a big fat baby who moves like he has the IQ of 2. Then there's these 3 babies who has insanely chopped hairlines. And then there's the
Asian baby. I play piano.
So Boss Baby holds a meeting saying babies have always been loved and desired until dogs came along, and that it's because of puppies that people don't want kids anymore. And yes, people are having less kids these days, but it's not because of puppies, but it's because of the cost of living and inflation is so high.
Facts.
So PuppyCo's CEO is launching the cutest puppy ever at a pet convention in Las Vegas, which is why Soup Baby was assigned to Tim's family in the first place, to get more intel about the new puppy since Tim's parents worked there. And Soup died with fears this launch would put babies out of business.
What are we going to do?
We gotta start killing puppies.
Yes, let's drown him.
But the only problem is, these babies are still babies, so
Call
they
Peter.
Stupid.
Asian.
Wonton? Oh, look at that big boy dance.
Yo, why he built like he can bench 250?
Then the parents show up, so they start putting on a humiliation ritual.
And by the time Tim has recorded audio of Boss Baby's man voice, he runs and goes around the house to expose the alleged baby to his parents, but ends up getting chased by his
Goons. Wah.
Man, why are these goons even listening to him anyway? Like, what the hell did they even get out of it? And even if Tim shows audio recording of the baby, who's gonna believe him? It's an audio recording. They'll just think he recorded some dude and saying it's the baby. And these parents are terrible parents for leaving their babies unsupported
unsupervised for that long, by the way. Like, why are you acting surprised? It's your fault if anything happens to them because you're their parent. Yo, look at that NPC mom's face. She's like, I can't believe my kid is in a dangerous situation when I wasn't looking after him. Like, how did this happen? And with Boss Baby gone, Tim proceeds to snitch on him like the tattletale he is, but somehow can't get rid of him and is instead threatened with his favorite toy.
He was just leaving out the house. How did he get there? How did he get there, bro?
And with Boss Baby gone, Tim proceeds to snitch on him like the tattletale he is, but somehow can't get rid of him and is instead threatened with his favorite toy, Lam Lam, which gets ripped in the process. Hoya, I'm sorry. And Tim says, nah, screw this, and actually tries to murder his brother.
Oh, you die.
And this is one of the worst feelings ever as a kid when your parents catch you at the wrong place at the wrong time and treat you like the worst person ever. And with his evidence gone plus bro being 7, it's really hard to talk yourself out of a situation like this.
So we don't love you, now you do this?
Mister, we are mad.
Mad? Why can't you be more like your baby brother and stop acting like a druggy dropout?
Now, I love how the dad can't even hand out punishments himself and has to look at his wife for confirmation, meaning it's the mom that wears the pants in the relationship.
And most Korean households are like this, by the way, where the mom's the man of the house and wears the pants, and it's the dad that's like obedient and subservient to the wife, you know, because, you know, happy wife, happy life, right?
And God,
that is true.
Damn, her neck long like crazy.
I just said that.
Find her at the zoo?
So when it's winter, does that mean she wears 2 scarves or 3? Thank
Probably
goodness Tim
2.
didn't get her neck. Anyway, Tim gets grounded and is trapped in his little prison cell, and to make things worse, he hears his parents sing his special song to his brother instead of him.
Ayya.
Psst. Oh, stop crying. At least they didn't hit you.
Go away.
How about I give you $10?
No.
And Boss Baby tries comforting him and is terrible at it, so he
Just like me.
$10?
I'm not a stripper.
And because Boss Baby needs his help, he does this.
Was that up your crack?
I want you to suck it.
You suck it.
If you blow on it and suck it, you'll understand why parents make babies.
Yo, whoever wrote this scene knew
That was word for word, bar for bar? We talking about blowing and sucking? Maybe I need to give me...
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yo, whoever wrote this scene knew exactly what they were doing. Naughty, naughty.
So Diaper convinces Tim to suck it and he's transported into another world. Suck it faster. And off they go to Baby Corp, which is
Suck
the most
it faster.
unoriginal, lazy ass name ever. And Boss Baby introduces Tim to his fellow corporate slaves. And I don't know about you, but them babies don't look that productive to me.
Then we're introduced to the baby Karen ordering the slaves around.
And we learn that babies never age here thanks to the secret formula that they drink. So Boss Baby shows Tim some ridiculous graph based on zero evidence that dogs are taking over the pie chart leading to the extinction of babies. And wait, does that graph say that people like fish and birds as much as cats? Yeah, right. Whoever wrote this film is clearly a dog person that hates cats.
Fish is as popular as cats. What are you talking about? Because I've heard of a dog person. I've heard of a cat person. Have you ever heard of a fish person?
I know a lot of people.
What about a bird person?
Hey, hold on. I've had birds in my life, but I know a lot of people that have fish in their house. You probably never experienced that many people having fish in their house, but that's a normal thing. People have fish in their house. I've seen a lot of fish in people's house. Now, birds, that's always been a me type thing. I haven't seen that many people with birds in their house. But yes, I've had several birds in my lifetime. Several. Little fun fact for you guys today, man.
I've heard of a cat person. Have you ever heard of a fish person? What about a bird person? Yo, this is my friend Jim. Oh yeah, he's a bird person. No, he's a fish person. Listen,
it do
the
sound
only fish
weird.
I like is sushi. And I guarantee you, no matter how much sushi I eat on my plate, I promise it's not gonna prevent me from having kids the same way as of having a cat would. That is dumb.
Then the dad sees Tim and he's like, maybe Tim might have those special needs. While Boss Baby shows Tim the Baby Corp Hall of Fame. So we see this baby posing like,
I can't feel my toes.
and that baby better not be Asian, or I'm gonna say this film's racist for making us look ugly, bro. Then there's this baby with one of the nastiest square-headed foreheads I've ever seen. Like, you can play a game of chess on that forehead. God damn. Then there's this entitled baby who looks like she's crying because she didn't get her jelly beans. And now there's this one, and okay, if this one's Asian, this movie's racist, because that baby ugly as shit. And Boss Baby says that's his role model, the baby who has a brush as his haircut. And what was kind of sad to hear about his dream on why he's working so hard is that he can have a bigger shiny desk to work on and a golden toilet all to himself.
So his dream of working hard as a corporate slave is just to have a bigger room for being a corporate slave? That's pretty depressing.
If anything, I feel like companies deliberately do this, giving top employees the corner office or special perks just to make them feel better coming to work, so they're happy to continue their corporate 9 to 5.
I'm so loud. Where's the baby manager?
So Lil Bro finds out from Baby Karen that if he doesn't bring results in 2 days, he'll be fired from the company.
Chill out, it ain't that deep. What? Oh.
So Lil Soup Man explains if he gets fired, he'll be Tim's brother permanently. But if he finds out what the new puppy is, he'll be back at Baby Corp. So Tim decides to team up together and help Soup Baby. That way he can go back to Baby Corp and Tim gets all of his parents' love and attention again. But later we find out this baby's hella useless and does no work. Like there's literally not a single scene of Boss Baby doing any work in the entire movie, so no wonder dude thought he'd be fired in 2 days. But Tim discovers a bring your kid to work day and makes a plan where they're good to each other so he gets ungrounded, and that way they can go to Puppy Co and find a new puppy.
So the next day they act fake like the Korean mom that go to church.
And Tim dresses him up, takes wholesome photos of him, and reads his illiterate ass bedtime stories. Seriously, what's with this film and its obsession with baby cheeks? Then the kid and baby have a deep conversation.
So you don't want a waifu?
I prefer my milk powdered. So Tim realizes Soup Baby never had parents or anyone to love him, but bro replies you can't miss what you never had. Then he falls asleep on Tim, they have a wholesome bonding moment, and the next morning Tim's ungrounded as his parents take him to Puppy Co. Now Tim gets ready and puts on aftershave, and if you're a kid watching this, don't do that. That is dumb. Then we get more baby ass cheeks, and when they enter Puppy Co first...
why so much baby butt in this damn movie? I've seen so many baby cheeks, bro. What is this movie, bro?
Then we get more baby ass cheeks, and when they enter Puppy Co, first thing we see are real dogs dangling from the ceiling like there's some prop. Is this not straight up animal abuse? And what happens if these dogs piss or take a shit? Like, yeah, it's not so fun for the people down below either. And yo, what is going on? Why is dude dumping dogs like he's taking out the trash?
Yeah,
Look,
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm Asian.
Call
I'll treat dogs
Peter.
better than that. Like, come on, bro. Like, if a dog doesn't act right, okay, it might go in the pot. But listen, like, I'm not gonna dangle it from the ceiling. That's evil.
Then suddenly, Tim's long-necked mom and dad says they'll play with Tim today while leaving Soup Baby in the puppy zone, which is exactly what Tim wanted this whole time, but Tim refuses, playing the long game because he wants the baby gone for good. I don't want to play with your mom's neck too. So they act like a Korean mom that goes to church again and acts fake, escaping out of the anus of an inflatable dog.
And look at that kid's face. Oh, he is traumatized from inflatable dog anus.
So Soup Baby ends up wearing a dog disguise to get through security and bites a girl in the process, but it's okay cause she the gold digger. Oh. And after getting his ass sniffed by dogs and giving the security guard his saliva, they get past security and find the top secret new puppy document, but turns out it was a setup.
Gotcha. So we meet the dog furry and Puppy Co CEO.
And turns out the CEO is none other than the hairbrush hairstyle baby that Boss Baby looks up to. Yeah, never meet your heroes, cause
What the hell is this? So
Never meet your heroes.
as this dude is pretty much the king of all corporate slaves and had the big slave desk and the gold slave toilet, but one day after discovering he's lactose intolerant, dude starts aging because the baby formula that keeps babies young isn't working anymore. So he gets fired by the board of directors who replaces him with baby Karen. So he's banished from Baby Corp and has to live a normal baby life. So to get back at him, dude invents Forever Puppy, which is a puppy that never grows old and will look like a puppy forever so that no one will want babies and to put Baby Corp out of business. And how's he gonna make puppies stay puppies forever? By using Boss Baby's special formula that he brought.
You know, that's a lot of assumptions and predictions that
the
had to
heck?
go right to go according to plan. Because, like, what if Tim was never ungrounded? What if they didn't bring the baby formula? You know what I mean?
I need a poop.
Valid.
I'm telling on you.
Then Dog Furry decides to identify as a woman and changing her pronouns to she, her, becomes Tim's nanny while the CEO takes his parents away to Vegas to launch the Forever Puppies. But wait, there's more.
No.
Are you gay? And cause Boss
What?
Baby ain't got no special formula, he starts turning into an actual baby, deadass sucking his foot and everything. So they make a plan and purposely traumatize the she-her nanny using fake vomit so she-her nanny pukes, Boss Baby attaches a toilet on her, then they use a tricycle to get to the airport when Tim can't even ride a bike properly and the nanny chases him with a wagon.
Oh, this movie dumb.
Ling Ling, pick up.
Hello, you ring the ling ling.
Wait, an Asian eating Cheerio for breakfast? Ooh, interesting. So Boss Baby calls his goons and the nanny does straight up attempted murder, just yeeting a baby at a car, and how the hell did that baby survive?
That's Hawk Baby. That is a Hawk Baby. A super baby, bro. That is the tank. The thing baby. That is a big ass kid, bro.
And the nanny does straight up attempted murder, just yeeting a baby at a car, and how the hell did that baby survive?
This really is a dumb movie.
And when Tim's training wheels comes off, Boss Baby teaches him how to ride a bike with the power of his imagination. That's gay. And thanks to plot armor, plus the film consistently having no logic, they jump over a moving train using a bike and get to the airport. And if this was based on a true story, they'd already be dead on the cover of Channel 9 News, titled them as stupid ass kids. And they get past security illegally in less than a minute, and boy am I jelly, cause that shit takes forever.
How did they not get caught? They scanned them and seen there was a baby and a boy in there. Yo, fire the TSA here. They need to be fired ASAP.
Right when Tim calls his parents, the CEO just body slams both his parents and closes the door on him. Now, I don't think that's how flights work, but it's a kid's movie, so who cares? No. You diaper wearing fraud, it's because of you. Says the loser that can't ride a bike. You're like cancer. And you're a little bitch. Your booty cheeks are hella distracting. I wish you had your mom's neck. Be gone,
What?
orphan.
Why do you
so they
wish
have
that?
a little argument like a high school couple, and just like a high school couple, they make up the same day. Then seeing a bunch of Elvis wannabes heading straight to Vegas, they steal one dude's clothes and think it's okay because they give him some Monopoly money, then somehow gets on the flight without a flight attendant checking him, and then skips straight to first class and the plane takes off. Yeah, this film had to have taken place before 9/11.
Excuse me, little shit. The hell you doing here? You know the pilot you're shagging? That's my daddy.
Then she gets on her knees believing Tim's lie and starts glazing him, letting them do whatever they want, as Tim helps Diaper Boss get a core memory using his imagination to have fun for the first time. Then they have a wholesome bonding moment playing as gay incest pirates fighting imaginary NPCs, and they land
what's
in
up with
Vegas.
this dude?
Bye, daddy.
What? And what's more dumb was her was on the plane the whole time and decides not to do anything until Tim and Diaper was at their parents' reach. Let me riz the huzz.
Coachella. My mom kinda homeless. Well, you want a new mommy?
Speed, I need this. My mom's kind of homeless. I don't know why that just reminded me of that. What the hell?
Coachella. My mom kinda homeless. Well, you want a new mommy?
No. And with the power of baby privilege, they get a free ride to the pet convention while Tim's parents be moving like NPCs. And when the Forever Puppy's released, I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty cute.
That is a cute puppy.
Mama?
Alright, leaving your kids and squealing like it's prime Justin Bieber over a dog is crazy.
That lady don't love her kids.
And when Tim's parents notices the kids are here, the CEO just shoves them into a giant locket and walks away. And the audience is somehow totally chill about it.
What the hell?
Then Tim goes up some pipes thinking he's Mario and sees a giant pool of semen, special formula turning the puppies young forever.
But wouldn't the dogs consistently need the special formula in order to stay young? Because even the babies at Baby Corp, they need to drink the special formula consistently in order to stay young. So wouldn't that same logic apply?
Maybe it works differently for puppies than babies. I don't know, bro. It's a cartoon movie. I don't freaking know. I'm just trying to answer questions, you know? What y'all think in the comments below? Y'all let me know what y'all think.
In order to stay young. So wouldn't that same logic apply?
Then the CEO places Tim's parents to be burned by the rocket while her attacks Tim and Diaper but fails miserably. And CEO starts the timer to the rocket and at his grown age struggles to take out a 7-year-old and a baby with no teeth. You all die and I win. Ha! You lucky I ain't got pubes or you die.
Bijoom.
And by using the power of their imagination, they roleplay as gay incest pirates again and make the CEO
why
fall
he
into the
keeps
vat
saying
of
that?
special formula. Then Tim's crazy ass takes a huge risk just jumping off expecting the puppies to have parachutes, but it's like, how do you know that? Guess he knows
That's
he's
a
the
good
main
question.
character, so he knows he can't die. Yeet me.
Say less.
And by releasing the puppies, it helps move their parents away from the rocket so they don't get burned. But it's funny how they don't even give two shits about what happens to the puppies. Like, wouldn't them falling at that height break their neck and bones? But at very bad timing, Diaper becomes more baby-like.
Jump, you stupid baby.
And because the baby's crying, Tim decides to sing a special song.
My son so dumb, IQ 21. He tried to make friend.
And he successfully
Isn't
gets
that
Diaper
the
to
song
safety,
that he
the
put on
rocket flies
YouTube?
off, and the baby turns back to a man-child after some special formula.
Wait, I thought he was lactose intolerant and therefore the special formula doesn't work on him anymore and that's why he got fired because he was
They lied.
aging. Because the formula doesn't work. But now it works? Bro, this movie's just not consistent.
Maybe that's a different
Go on and
formula.
die, you fat shit. And her decides to take the hairbrush baby home to raise him right this time.
He needs more milk.
So he's chopped and fat. And they save their parents.
You boys want to touch my neck?
And when it's time for
What?
Diaper to leave, he says goodbye to his goons. Asian, this is my fortune cookie.
Oh wow, but I want egg roll.
Oxford study. And after saying goodbye to his goons, he gives Tim a chopped broken version of Lamb Lamb, then they shake hands and bid each other farewell. And deep down, they're low-key sad they won't be able to see each other again. Then we see this nonsense, that Baby Corp has the ability to erase people's memory.
Then why didn't they erase the memory of the PuppyCo CEO guy when he got fired? And also, now that PuppyCo CEO guy's a baby, what happened to the company? Did it go bankrupt? Did it get better? Like, what happened? Like, what happened to Tim's parents? Because they also worked there. Did they get fired? Did they get promoted?
These are great questions.
What's their financial situation like? I want an update.
And when Diaper's stuff gets all taken away, it's like, yeah, good luck changing all the bank statements too. Anyway, when Bro's back at Baby Corp, they treat him like a star, giving him cake and spraying milk all over his face, which was a little bit weird. But when he gets the bigger desk he's always dreamed of, after a while, he feels like something's just not quite right. Even Tim getting all his parents' love again suddenly don't matter as much knowing Diaper ain't in his life anymore. And when the baby can't even reach the toilet paper when taking a dump, that's when he realized what's the point of having a golden party when you can't even reach for toilet paper? What's the point of making all this money when you have nobody to spend it with? And he slowly starts connecting the dots that dude's gonna be a corporate slave for life. Then Tim has an idea and writes Diaper a letter, so while Diaper imagines himself as a gay incest pirate, he gets the letter from Tim that pretty much says be my brother again, even if it means we gotta share the love. So Boss Baby quits his job, and it's a good overall message that no matter how much money you make, spending time with the people you care about is more important than money. But yo, how funny would it be if Diaper gets sent to a completely different family in like Zimbabwe or something? But luckily Tim and Diaper, who is now named Theodore, is reunited again. And the movie ends with Tim finishing a story to his daughter, who luckily doesn't have Tim's mom's neck. And we find out Theodore grew up to be a finance bro still throwing money around.
And Tim's daughter sees another chop boss baby.
Overall, I really like this film. I think they did a phenomenal job on portraying like how the eldest kid feels when they have all the parents' love and attention, and then suddenly the younger sibling shows up, and now they go from all the love to not even feeling like a priority. I think a lot of the eldest kids watching this movie could have definitely related to that. And also, from my perspective, yeah, my little sister, she's clearly the favorite, but now like we're best friends. Like I would say she's like the most closest family member to me in my entire family. So similar to Tim, I've just accepted it. I'm like, you know what? You get all the parents' love. You get the favoritism. It's fine. I'm chill with it. I'm used to it. It is what it is.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs explained by an Asian.
So Zaddy, are you finally proud of me?
How do you know this won't backfire like your other inventions? Can you please say something nice? You look less autistic. Crazy you would have made more money selling sardines because you're doing this all for free.
At least I don't sell sardines like you. Enjoy smelling rotten fish till the day you die.
I'm gonna go buy some milk.
Disclaimer, I'm clearly not in the best condition. So if you don't like the voiceovers or you think like my voice is a bit off, it is, okay? So bear with me. This is temporary and I will do better, but just wanted to put a disclaimer out there.
The movie begins with an acoustic genius presenting an invention like an
Elon Musk wannabe. Do you love sniffing feet? Cause I sure do.
And he creates an invention where you can spray on shoes, and this invention can easily be profitable and very desired in countries where people can't even afford to buy shoes, and could easily scale it as a multi-million-dollar business.
I can still see your ugly toes, nerd. He looks like a bum, and it's got glitter on it.
Now, if he had further developed it as something that just comes off in hot water, bro could have been a potential billionaire. But even though he can't take it off, that invention in and of itself is still worth millions, and there's definitely a market for it. And also, where the hell's the teacher? Dude just straight up getting bullied and no teacher's gonna try and stop it?
Right.
What a terrible school. And although his monobrow dad struggles to cheer him up because he struggles to just say nice things, his mom shows up and gives full support to his dreams as an inventor.
I'm gonna cure HIV. You should cure your autism first.
Hey, yo, why the mom kinda bad though? And the fact that she married a baldy, monobrow man makes her look like such a kind, sweet soul. And our main character, Flint Lockwood, dreams of becoming the best inventor ever, so bro locks in and gets to inventing. And dude makes some pretty cool inventions like a TV with its own free will and a monkey that can communicate its thoughts. Now, he obviously has some failures as well, but anyone that's tried starting their own business or just attempted to do something with their life knows that there's no success without failure. So there's no shame in Flint trying, and if anything, he's doing something right. So he lives in a tiny ass little island called Swallow Falls where the only—
Wait, that's where they at? This whole time they've been right here? That little ass island. No wonder they sell sardines. That little ass island. That's just under the A. Nobody cares about that place. Nobody's been there.
So he lives in a tiny ass little island called Swallow Falls where the only thing interesting about it is their sardines. Which pretty much means their entire town is completely useless. So useless, Thanos can snap his fingers, making them disappear, and it won't even make the news because
nobody gives a shit. So Elon Musk wannabe
creates this machine that makes any food you want purely from water, and this is made possible because it's the
dumb movie with no logic.
Shit. Yeah. Then we see his autism take place where even iPad kids be making fun of him. Man, if y'all don't get your Cocomelon watching Ryan's World unboxing Roblox characters simping ass back to your mama. So Flint continues to look like an embarrassment with no aura to his dad, who doesn't want him to invent anymore. Don't you think your inventions are trash?
No, why?
Just work minimum wage.
But Zaddy, I gotta lock in.
You're not gonna pull the hers with failed inventions.
What?
I bagged your mom with sardines.
It's a different world now. No girl wants to date a dude working at a sardine shop. If mom believed, why can't you?
Cause she Delulu. So the dad wants him to be a wagey, selling sardine for a living that nobody wants, so he's kinda like the Asian parent that wants their kid to do something safe that's not risky.
Except no Asian parent's gonna tell you to work at a sardine shop. I think they'd rather tell you to go die instead.
And cause this town is only known for sardines, this tiny short king mayor uses the entire town's budget to make sardine tourism, while Flint makes the minimum wage.
The thing is, let's really talk about this. He wanted to make this town more tourist friendly, but as we saw earlier, where are the tourists coming from? Who the hell is visiting Swallow Falls?
Short King Mayor uses the entire town's budget to make sardine tourism, while Flint makes the minimum wage. And you know that baby on the sardine can? Yeah, that baby grew up to be this dude right here. I'm so cute. Uh-oh. So this grown-ass man known as Baby Brent was the same kid
He
bullying
peaked as a
Flint
baby.
kid. And my question is, shouldn't Brent be the one getting bullied? Because dude has photos of him in a diaper acting all cute in every single sardine can.
I'm just saying, kids in school can be absolutely ruthless, so I'm surprised that Brent wasn't bullied, because in real life, if you have baby photos in sardine cans posing, looking all cute, I'm telling you, you will never win another argument in the boys group chat ever again. I guarantee it.
And somehow instead, dude pulls the huzz because his greatest achievement in life came when he was a baby.
Could you imagine that being a pickup line though? Like you go to a girl, be like, hey girl, you know that sardine can? That baby over there? That's me.
Trash.
Yeah. You want to see my baby dick?
Then he flexes, saying he's gonna cut some shit for the grand opening of Sardine Land, and I guess this town's so useless that babies on the cover of a sardine can gets you status here. Now, Flint tells us,
Bro, that's their only celebrity. That's literally their celebrity. This douchebag right here. Everything about this town sucks. Baby Brent sucks. The dad sucks. The mayor sucks. The fact that it's in the middle of the ocean sucks. Everything about this town sucks, bro.
Now, Flint tells his dad he'll take care of the shop while he's gone, but immediately proceeds to work on chasing his dreams when given the chance.
And I respect that, because it's not easy to chase your dreams while working a 9 to 5. For me, when I was 22, I was working at Nando's and working a 9 to 5 and still live with my parents. And I was convinced, even at that age, I was like, I could never buy a house outright in full. Like, I was just convinced of that. So in my spare time, I would just try to make content on the side, which eventually got me into starting YouTube. And so seeing Flint chasing his dreams with whatever chance he got despite still working a job, I think that's how you should approach it, and I totally respect it.
Now, this teeny tiny mayor is upset. He's small and wants to be a big mayor as he continues to act fake nice to Brent and acts fake to the whole town of less than 30 people. And we get context that a day earlier, some poor intern that wants a big break is forced to go to Sardine Land for a weather report. So while Flint needs the town's electricity to power his new invention, we're introduced to Sam Sparks, who reports the news.
Hello, Sam Sparks. I'm America.
I'm illiterate.
Oh, she the silly Billy.
So we
She's
see
so
Sardine
cute.
Land, which...
Bro, look at him. Look at him. He's still living in the past, bro. He lucky I wasn't in this town. I would make his life a living hell, bro. This fat ass, stupid ass douchebag. I don't like him. It's so many reasons why I don't like him, but he's living in the past, and his only accomplishment in life is being on a poster for sardines.
Daddy, chill.
So we see Sardine Land, which looks like the most boring tourist attraction ever, as the main highlight is the world's largest sardine, which is pretty much the size of a regular ass fish. So people are paying money to see a regular ass fish. Yes, I'm sure people all over the world is like, oh my gosh, we have to go to Sardine Land. It's my dream to pay money and see regular ass fish.
But meanwhile,
bro powers his invention, which results in dude flying with it and causing a scene, ruining the intern news reporter's debut on TV, and Flint accidentally destroys Sardine Land while his invention flies up and disappears in the process. And I'm not gonna lie, Flint actually did the town a favor by getting rid of that ugly ass attempt of what they called a tourist attraction. Cause who the hell wants to live in a town where the biggest flex about it is sardines? But these townspeople are mad because they have nothing better to do in their lives but to care about sardines. Man, look at all these NPCs getting rage baited. This dude's like,
oh my gosh, Sardine Land was gonna change the future of this town.
Buddy, if you're this pressed over sardines and think Sardine Land would actually be a tourist attraction, you need to identify as being the Lulu. Then his zaddy sees him as the failure, and like the Asian parent,
is embarrassed with his ass.
Then later, as our boy sulks in a corner, the intern shows up and gives Flint the karma. What are you, blind?
It's just some homeless looking loser ruined my life.
Well, to be fair, Sam, it wasn't Flint that made you say your name's America and act a fool on TV. But suddenly, she becomes super interested in Flint's inventions because she's also a bit of a science geek herself, as she pretty much starts glazing him, and bro thinks he finally met the one.
I'd love to glaze your... You made me look subhuman.
You'd look better if you're fat. And Flint gets to see his invention finally succeed. So as they keep making gooning faces, Flint's invention starts raining cheeseburgers from the sky, and it tastes delicious. And because Sam is a weather reporter, Flint pretty much made her a TV sensation overnight with the coverage she's about to get. So the adults be loving it, the kids be loving it, and the mayor says, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And our disgraced intern is back.
Thanks, Dick.
Hey, yo, look at this dude's face. Oh, he hates Sam. Like, what the hell is his problem?
If you like meat on your lips, come to Swallow Falls. It's raining meat.
Swallow Falls. Raining meat. You gonna be swallowing meat in Swallow Falls, y'all. We gotta go. Yes, we have to go to Swallow Falls. We gotta swallow the meat, bro.
Hates Sam. Like, what the hell is his problem?
If you like meat on your lips, come to Swallow Falls. It's raining meat.
And when Flint gets the credit he rightfully deserves, they all want Flint to do it again. Because for Sam, it'll help her career. For the mayor, he'll be respected more. And for the public, they just want more free food.
But the craziest part about all of this is that Flint did it for free.
All because he just wanted people to like him more. So instead of capitalizing on his invention and becoming a billionaire, bro decides to do it again for free for clout and public validation. Which is actually pretty damn sad. No, that is a terrible idea.
Please, Dad, you're scaring the huzz.
Ain't no way you're doing all this to get laid. Well, I don't want to die as a virgin. Man, what the hell? Then Flint, the horny clout chaser, starts lying to Sam because he wants her to like him.
I love Jello. I love Jello too. I'm allergic to peanuts. Hey, me too.
Did bro seriously lie about having an allergy to get a girl to like him? Come on, man. If you're gonna lie about your bank account or just something else, man. Really? Allergies? Really? Anyway, dude adds a few updates to make the invention work wirelessly. So what foods are you craving?
Eggs? Bacon? Wow, ew.
I'm horny. Damn, she is disgusted. My guy, what are you doing? Bro's just finding any excuse to get intimate. Anyway, he says there's no side effects as long as the machine doesn't go red and over mutates, and when asked what happens if it does, bro just says, I don't know.
The next morning,
the town gets an English breakfast splat on their face. And yo, is it just me that finds the idea of food raining down on you gross and disgusting?
Like, imagine you're wearing your best fit and you're on your way to your first date, and then suddenly a bunch of ketchup and mustard and all this food just comes flying all over you and it's all over you. Be honest.
Imagine syrup falling from the sky. That would be so weird. What a weird, sticky situation to be in, bro. But it could be a little hot. Imagine your partner on a hot summer sidewalk in summer falls with syrup on their body. Isn't that sensational?
What did he say? Mustard and all this food just comes flying all over you and it's all over you. Be honest. That's gonna ruin your day.
And also, wouldn't the food start smelling really bad once it's just left there to rot? Like the whole town gonna smell like rotten eggs if they don't clean up quickly. Oh, and this is just disgusting. So the mayor asked Flint to make it rain 3 meals a day for 30 days, and they'll have a new grand opening from tourists all around the world selling the dream to Flint that everyone will love him. And again, it's pretty damn sad. Dude has to make 90 meals for free just because he wants people to like him.
The truth is, you can't please everyone. Not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay. The sooner you accept that fact, the better your life is going to become, because now you're going to start living your life as the way you want, rather than living a life revolving around pleasing others.
I'm just saying, if I was Flint, I would charge them a very high price to use the machine and only do one meal once a month, meaning I'll only use the machine 12 times a year instead of 90 times in 1 month. That way the machine lasts longer, Flint gets paid good money, and the people in town don't have to worry about constantly being showered with food every day, but instead look forward to one big event held once a month. So we get a montage of Flint abusing the machine, and the mayor gets fat. I'm a big boy. Did you get heart disease? Oh yeah. But despite his newfound success, his dad struggles to support him.
It's cause Flint not making money. Make money, he changed mine quick.
So you get the huzz now? It's not too late to sell sardines. If I go back to that, I'll never get a date. Okay. And later, this cop pulls up on Flint, and now for context, this dude has been bullying and hating Flint for a good minute now. But he humbles himself, revealing his bold spot hairline, and golly, would you look at that?
Cut it all off.
You should have just kept the hat on, bro. Hairline looking like a baby pacifier.
Oh, his hairline look like the stingray.
Oh, he gotta go to Turkey. I'm sorry. Why are you switching up? You're always mean to me. I didn't know you become useful. If your invention never worked, I promise I'll still be hating you.
Wait.
And because the cop's son's birthday is tomorrow, Flint decides to be nice and hears his request. And the next morning, the cop's son wakes up to
diabetes heaven,
as Flint be making sure all the kids get high blood pressure and die from heart disease before they reach the age of 10. And the cop gets to have a wholesome father and son moment. And Flint gets jelly looking like,
why does my dad have to act Asian? How are you gonna top this?
With these nuts? Yeah, Sam definitely thinks he's acoustic for sure. Then Flint gets offered a snowball fight, but he doesn't know how to.
Even your monkey's throwing chocolate snowballs.
And that's when Sam finds out that ain't no chocolate snowballs.
That's the chocolate snow shit. I like it hard.
Oh, and dude goes crazy. So crazy the following scene was kind of disturbing to watch, because it's almost like the film was warning us what happens when the quiet autistic kid finally explodes. Then Sam announces the grand opening is this weekend, inviting everyone around the globe to come visit, as later that night, bro decides to shoot his shot.
Hello?
Who is it?
Yo, mom. Oh, shit.
So Flint decides to roleplay using a monkey to make out with, and that's how we humans created AIDS. And hey, yo, does that say Flint looked up how to kiss a girl and how to make conversation on a date on the internet? Now, if Flint was 12 years old, this would have been totally relatable. Wait, and he looked up what is a woman and has the answers? Wow, we can finally end the what is a woman debate. So a woman is, and I can't read it. Jeez, I guess we'll never know then.
Then he calls her again.
Flint, wanna go for a walk as friends with me? I promise I won't kill you. Okay. Your breath stank. She so wants me, bro. And the next day, they go on their date, and bro is painfully awkward. Like, he thought about touching her and went, nah, I'm a punch her instead and friend zone myself.
Whoa, your simp ass made that for me, even when we're not dating, but why?
Cause I'm a hoe. And they end up having a good time as Flint's down bad ass gives her a memorable date, and they end up watching the sunset together.
Do you think I'm pretty?
No.
Boy, I too was a nerd.
Too? Yo, ain't no way you didn't know you was a nerd, bro. Come on, let's be a little bit more self-aware.
When I was a nerd,
I'm just realizing I'm a nerd. And when I told y'all that we are nerds, you guys told me I was tweaking, that y'all want nerds. I'm confused. Do we not like anime? Do we not watch videos about cartoons? Are we not nerds? I was trying to be a cool person my whole life, but really, I'm about to embrace being a nerd. I don't care no more. I'm a nerd and I'm proud. I'm a nerd and I'm proud.
Yo, ain't no way you didn't know you was a nerd, bro. Come on, let's be a little bit more self-aware.
When I was a nerd, I wore glasses and a scrunchie, and my dream toy was the Weather Reader 2000.
Oh, wow. She really was a nerd.
But at school, they called me Four Eyes and that I'm blind and no different to an Asian.
Haha, you're wearing glasses.
Yo, laughing at someone else getting bullied when you got bullied yourself is crazy.
Then I started looks maxing and I never got bullied again.
Well, I think nerds are cute. Whoa.
Huh?
Ugh. Oh, she thought he looked like a Chad, but turns out he looks hella goofy.
This is how girls act when they get the ikla.
Then Flint makes a jello scrunchie and puts it on her saying, this is the real you, and I disagree. Just because someone looked a certain way when they were 7 years old does not mean that's who they really are and should look like that forever.
I believe you are who you choose to be, and your identity shouldn't be limited to plain objects like glasses or a scrunchie.
Because Flint calls her
I hate
pretty
people
when
that
no
wear
one else
glasses.
liked her that way, she falls for Flint's I'ma blow air on her face looking ass. But his phone starts playing defense and Flint later meets with his dad.
Then we see Brent get the karma as he finally
He's
gets
still
humbled
doing
despite
that.
peaking as a baby.
You know that one dude that won't stop talking about high school because that's where they peaked and constantly lives their lives in the past despite it being more than a decade ago? Yeah, that's Brent, but worse. Now, it sucks that instead of becoming rich, Flint's way of saying he lives such a better life now is by inviting his dad to a roofless restaurant that serves the food Flint made. Like, buddy, you're still broke living with your dad despite making $1 billion invention, but you do it all for free because you're a people pleaser. And also, if this restaurant is serving Flint's food, shouldn't Flint get paid commission or a cut from the restaurant profiting off of Flint's invention?
So Zaddy, are you finally proud of me?
But just like the Asian parent, the dad struggles to say anything nice. How do you know this won't backfire like your other inventions? Can you please say something nice? You look less autistic. Crazy you would have made more money selling sardines because you're doing this all for free. At least I don't sell sardines like you. Enjoy smelling rotten fish till the day you die. I'm gonna go buy some milk. And maybe Flint's dad's actually part Asian because he wants to say nice things but just can't get the words out. Meanwhile, Flint is successfully rage beta but slowly starts to realize his dad might be right and something could go horribly wrong. And when
Glizzy.
Flint considers shutting the machine down, the mayor appears and God damn. Bro went from teeny tiny to one ice cream bucket away from a heart attack. God damn. Then he manipulates Flint, convincing him nobody will like him and he'll be a nobody if he shuts it down, so bro continues using the machine when he knew he shouldn't.
But why can't bro just build another machine? Like, just build a new one. Before the old machine over mutates, just build a new one. And when the new one starts to over mutate, just build another one. Like, you built it in a couple of hours. Like, what's the problem from you building another one?
But because it's the dumb movie,
Fair point.
Flint will make a new one and instead risk all these tourists dying because he wanted to get some likes and clout. Now, Sam finds out something is terribly wrong with the weather. The kids are sugared out to the max and the big boy mayor shows a mountain of leftovers held by a dam. Flint, I have proof you're a fraud. Check this out.
No.
I trusted you. Just because you look ugly now doesn't mean you gotta act ugly.
What?
That's not very nice, Flint. Sam looks like the cutie patootie. So Flint gets his 3 minutes of fame while his childhood bully goes for a humiliation ritual and a midlife crisis.
I want to be an infant again.
Wait,
Bro. Your biggest accomplishment in life is being on a sardine poster. Do I need to say it again? Stop living in the past and live in the present. Bro, he's trash. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's actually one of the worst characters of all time.
ritual and a midlife crisis.
I want to be an infant again.
Wait, isn't the guy with the cap who's disgusted with Brent the same dude cheering him on and laughing in the beginning? Yo, that's hilarious. And suddenly, we end up seeing a tornado filled with spaghetti.
See, I told you. Now I'm gonna make the whole world hate you.
And when Flint makes it back to his crib, this fat ass is already ordering dinner. And he says he's been here the last 10 minutes and doesn't know what's going on outside. Huh? But your big ass just with Flint, so ain't no way you got there before Flint while having enough time to order dinner. And using his mask, he stops Flint from killing the machine because dude wants to get even bigger, but he unintentionally destroys the wireless device, and now Flint has no control over what the machine is going to do next. I hope you ordered a salad. Salad? What's that?
Wow.
He's in a food coma. Man, y'all are some drama queens. I take on food comas daily. And this scene was so gross. So his son throws up and the cop dad kisses him, getting puke on his lips. Ew. Then Sam goes live, telling the whole world what a fraud Flint is and that because of him, the whole world could end as we know it because of his invention. Meanwhile, Flint's daddy finds Flint sulking and acting like a pick-me. I'm a grown-ass virgin and nobody likes me. I'm so ugly. If only someone could just compliment me. Then Flint's dad finally decides not to play Asian anymore and tells Flint to keep chasing his dreams because he's an inventor. Whereas Asian parents would have just said, I told you so, and would forever use your failures against you in every future argument and how they're right and you're wrong. Anyway, Flint pulls up to the people in town and starts speaking Japanese that he'll kill the machine. It's all his fault. Get him. And the people want to blame Flint, but the cop turns into Naruto and does a whole speech convincing everyone that it's everyone's fault and that they all took part in ordering the food. So the people leave Flint alone and Sam says she's coming with him.
I still want an apology.
Oh, I missed you too.
Gross. No.
Okay. Then childhood bully Brent doesn't even apologize or acknowledge what he did and just decides to tag along. And Flint successfully builds the flying car, meaning he just created another billion-dollar invention. Yo, dude is just a walking moneymaker.
Oh yeah, shake him, Brent.
And as they get closer to the machine, the food starts having a mind and will of its own, attacking its creator and causes Flint's careless ass to lose the kill code. So he calls his dad to send him an email of the kill code on Flint's phone, which is pretty much the equivalent of asking a Korean to speak fluent Spanish. Ladies first.
Boy, I will kill you.
And what was meant to be an easy trip was ruined by Brent, and thanks to him, they take a longer detour. What's a Wi-Fi? Just drag the mouse. I'm trying, it's not working.
Stupid. Ah.
And yo, this scene was so unnecessary. So long, brokey losers. Like, what was the point of that? If you didn't say anything, no one would even hate you and you'd get away with destroying the town because of your own greed. But now you pulled off that shit. In the off chance things go back to normal, you're gonna lose your job or will definitely never be re-elected. Then Big Boy eats his own ship, the dam breaks, but the people avoid getting hit with the leftovers.
Boomer, lock in.
Damn, that's a lot of wild Kentuckys. Yo, imagine dying and your friends find out you died from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Man, they're gonna laugh at your grave.
So the boomer dad does the impossible and sends the email to Flint's phone.
Then this chicken does the high cortisol dance we see on TikTok and we're introduced to Chicken Brent.
And he gets the character development.
Using himself as a decoy to help Sam and Flint get to the machine, but they encounter peanuts which Sam is allergic to.
If either of us touches it, we'll die.
Actually, I'm not a loser allergic to peanuts. I just said that to try and get laid.
How would allergies make you more attractive?
It's because you're not you when you are horny.
And he honey.
Then we get a funny montage of people having their lives ruined and dying because of food. And because Sam's allergic, she pretty much gives Flint the
princess treatment. Shit.
And because the peanut touched Sam, she starts to evolve like a Pokemon looking more like the mayor. Want to make a K-drama?
No, I need you to boost my career.
I'm gonna let go like it's a K-drama.
Ho, I like you.
As a friend?
No, like you as an oppa.
Me too. And bro finally gains some aura and has a K-drama moment and doesn't die because of plot armor.
Then Flint becomes the Tarzan wannabe and inserts the kill code his zaddy sent him.
But his dad sent bro a cat DJ instead. And it was at that moment bro knew.
He gonna get cooked like fried rice.
And hey, yo, why is the machine now built like a long-ass
nipple?
And just as Flint prepares to die, dude sees the glitter on his shoes and decides to make his machine
an LGBT ally and puts glitter all over it. Yeah, slay. But because the machine's homophobic, it would rather self-destruct than be an ally, and that is how Flint saves the world. No.
And even though Flint did save the world, I mean, it was his invention that put the entire world in danger in the first place. So does that mean Flint's going to prison?
He's dead.
So he didn't hit?
I'm sorry.
Oh, my poor boy.
But I do like older guys.
But thanks to plot armor, Flint is still alive and gets love and validation he always wanted despite being responsible for nearly destroying the world.
Flint?
I'm playing defense. Because the dad's too Asian, he struggles to say anything nice or comforting, so Sam puts the monkey's thought translator on him, which helps him turn off the Asian filter. You're small, autistic, and weird, but I love you, son. And we get a wholesome father-son moment, and the dad's like, hey, go get her.
Hope my hair's not giving you the ick. Hell no. Then they give each other the pufferfish kiss.
Which actually made the scene more wholesome and original as the movie ends with a man drowning because
he couldn't stop putting big things in his mouth.